All
So what
right.
the hell happened last week?
You wrote the summary.
Oh, I have a slight correction on the summary.
Oh, good.
Taryn gave Johoff the Cloak of Elvenkind,
Ah.
What?
not Missile.
Missile's memory is perfect, and he agreed.
Nice. Yeah, alright, so... Whoa, what the fuck? Sorry. Might have just kicked you all up. Whoops. So instead of hitting the button for music, I accidentally went to the setup. So everybody reconnect.
Woo.
Okay, so let's put some... Yeah, that's appropriately epic. Okay, so yeah, we are back after like the longest week ever. Yeah, so we find Bear Squad in the bottom of the ruins of the Lusk, and they have found a certain path that they are working down in hopes of finding perhaps a way through to the Host Tower ruins, not knowing necessarily any of these paths, sort of just investigating and exploring, and in the process you found your way into the depths of a very dark and I don't know, foreboding? That sounds wrong. It's a scary place with a necromancer. And after kind of plowing through a number of skeletons, you guys have found your way all the way into the kind of end chamber. And Vosner sort of leaped through, and the gate closed behind him, leaving the rest of the group separated. In the meantime, Vosner and this necromancer have been engaging in a slight duel, having sort of paralyzed Vosner, I think twice now, having removed his last wild shape. Vosner is now in the room with this figure, who is sort of on his last leg as well. But he just finished his turn being paralyzed, and so now it goes back around, I believe, to the necromancer. And you guys are standing on the opposite side of a door. And I think we pick up with Taryn's turn. Him standing at the door. What do you do?
So Taryn's kind of freaking out. And he shouts to anyone in particular, knock it down. Referring to the door.
Yeah, and
And
so
then he's gonna take a couple steps back.
in the process of I'll pause it. In the process of yelling, you see DeMarcus sprinting down the hallway towards you with his maul in hand, frowning slightly. Missile, it is your turn.
Wait, before
Oh, yeah.
I'm done, I'm gonna shoot a 4th level lightning bolt
At the door?
at the door.
Yeah, go for it. Actually, how are you... that's a good question. Here, target this archer. That might make it easier.
Or it's a template.
Oh, yeah. I just realized. DeMarcus is going to have to attack a thing. Okay. So... Shit, how do I handle that? Yeah, okay. So you
I'm just gonna cast it at nothing. And
Yeah. So you hurl a lightning bolt at the door, and it just like zaps the stone. It's like putting those like electricity marks in it, where it like goes up, and it leaves these like intense-looking zigzaggy lines on the door, but it does not budge from your lightning.
Alright, then I'm gonna spend the rest of my turn hyperventilating.
Got it. Missile. It is your turn. You are in a room by yourself filled with a bunch of dead skeletons, and you hear a commotion in the other room.
and I'm twice exhausted, so my movement is half, so I'm going to move. Morty's going to come with. And seeing absolutely nothing, I'm going to end my turn.
Yeah, is that movement like, are you hobbling? Do you have are you using your firearm as a cane or something?
Oh, you better believe it. Yeah, and Morty's kind of like propping me up too. Like I'll like fall over and Morty will push me up a little and right me. And
Nice.
yeah.
All right.
Sad and pathetic.
Damon, you are in this room that has just a mountain of skulls on the floor, and to the right of that set of skulls are a number of bodies that you saw on your night's watch that were dragged by these skeletons here, seemingly undisturbed.
Yeah, Damon is going to dash for this passageway off to the left.
Yeah.
And look through. And then seeing something that looks similar to the doorway Vosner went through, he's going to start heading towards these bodies so that he can grab one and throw it through to see if the door shuts.
Got it.
And that is Damon's turn.
Okay, Johoff, you're up.
Alright, quick question. Joseph's just going to glance up. Are there any openings on this wall, like up towards the top or anything like that?
That's a good question. No, it's totally airtight.
Okay. Then he's gonna try to punch that door. How do you want me to do that?
Yeah, what I'm gonna have you do is punch a skeleton, and it's the AC is hold on, I think it's 19. Nope, it is 17. So on a 17, you will hit, effectively doing damage. Okay, yep. I don't know how many hits you want to do.
How's the door look?
Yeah, it's a good question. So it looks like you've chipped away a hunk of stone, but it does not look like there's a hole in it. It looks like what you're doing is working, you just don't know what the timetable would be.
Gonna keep on going then. And so I'll do another one and then flurry of blows and then 2 more.
And I guess I should ask, as a monk, your fists are magic, but what would you think as a player? Do you think there should be a penalty for you, like, bare knuckle punching a stone wall?
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, okay, so I was thinking maybe like a D8 bludgeoning for each time you strike it. Does that seem fair to you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. So you punch.
The only thing that I would say, well, no, never mind. I was gonna say that actually does more damage than my punch, because my punch is 1d6.
Well, it's 1d6 plus 5.
Okay, that's fair. All right, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Actually, I'll drop it to a d6 because you are a monk and your fists are like super fucking hard. I think that's at least more fair.
All calcified and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just. Do you want me to just punch twice more and then we can calculate it all at the end?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, that's another hit. So we're at 16 plus 8 puts us at 24. Yeah, you're like seeing cracks form in the door. And another, that's 32. Yeah, you're like smashing this door and there are like visible cracks starting to show. And on your last punch, you punch and like you can see through, like your fist goes through the door.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Dope.
And you take 46. So you take 14 bludgeoning damage as your knuckles just like start to bleed as they're just, and like you feel bones in your arm start to like have minor fractures in them. Okay.
What was it? Sorry, so I can take it off my character sheet.
14.
Okay.
It's what the archer just rolled. The archer
Not bad for a dead archer. That's actually pretty good damage.
Well, he was alive, then dead, then undead, then dead again. So he's had a lot of time. And now it is the necromancer's turn. He is going to. I guess he's going to stay back from Bosner. He's going to hit him with a firebolt. And then he is going to float this direction. And, yeah, that is his turn.
Wow. Jeez.
And DeMarcus comes a-running to the door. Oops. It was fun to be able to talk to Matt and actually figure out what his character would do. I told him a whole bunch of shit that might happen this session, so I've got some cool DeMarcus RP stored up. Anyways, he's going to big swing at this door. And he tries to get in a good swing, but he hits at kind of a bad place in the door where it's like extra sturdy and it doesn't have any effect. And then he tries again with a faster swing and is unable to hit the door. And he like lets out a scream, sort of like angrily striking at this door, unable to bring it down. And at the end of his turn, the figure in the room is going to attack again with a firebolt at Bosner. So it's basically him like floating backwards, just hurling these firebolts at Bosner as he's moving. And yeah, that is his turn. Isolde, you're up.
Oh boy. This is turning into a Skull Lord situation really quick. Well, can I move to the door at all?
Yeah, there's a spot. You can basically move through ally spaces, but you cannot end your turn on top of them.
Okay, but I could end up like here.
Oh, you know what? I suppose technically Johop was there. So I would say there's not really a way unless you like, I don't know, push somebody out of the way dramatically.
Okay, so she's going to move here and kind of look around and say, "Where are Missile and Damon?" And she's gonna hold a healing word in case the door goes down, that she can get to Vosner.
Got it. So make sure you
she looks very
to
frustrated.
cast the spell, because it does consume the spell.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a little level 1.
Vosner, it is your turn. You are in this room alone and hurt. Well, not alone. You have this guy here.
Well, you know, at least we're together. So Vosner, looking at his options, knows that there's not a lot to do. So he is going to cast at 5th level a fireball, or not fireball, flaming sphere, and just bonus action slam it into the dude.
Okay.
So,
yeah, cast that into the chat.
do I need to target the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, cast it, and then I'm telling you now, he is a very powerful wizard, and he is going to counterspell that shit. At 4th level.
Okay. Well,
But make sure you still cast it into the chat and don't place template and have it consume the slot.
I mean, he still has to roll for it, right? Because
It's 5th level.
it's just.
Oh, he cast it at 5th level.
I cast it at 5th level.
Oh. Yeah. Good eye. Okay, so the DC is 15 plus the spell level. And it's his casting ability.
Which is wisdom.
So he gets a 19. So he cancels it.
Cool. Well.
So for that, I know that's a big letdown, but I will let you know that when you see him cast that, it seems like it's a great amount of effort to do that, and you can like visually see him slowing down. Like you were in the room when he first started kind of magically dueling you guys, and he seemed really sure of himself and was like moving swiftly and sort of disarming and dispelling things with a flick of the wrist, and this took like his whole body to do.
Gotcha. And yeah, I can't cast Healing Word because it's a spell.
Yeah. So
Yep. Right. Well, I'm just gonna back up to get in line inside of the door.
Yeah.
The door when I...
Got it. So as you walk to the back to the door, you can see and hear on the other side your group bashing it through. There's a small like 8-inch hole where you have like line of sight through, and you can see Joha, who is quickly punching away at the door.
Okay. Cool.
And at the end of your turn, you are struck. But he misses. He hurls a firebolt across the room at you, and the amount of energy it takes for him to do that, he just like kind of slumps a little bit as he's doing it, failing to make the attack. And it is Terran's turn.
Since Terran's gonna look through the hole that Johoff made and then Misty Step through it.
Oh, okay.
Can you move me on the other side?
Yep.
Alright, yeah, that looks good. And then I'm going to just chuck a useless cantrip at him. Go that way.
Yeah. He seems resistant to cold damage.
Uh-huh.
As you
Better than
appear
nothing.
in the room, he sort of his kind of his face turns even darker and angrier. He seems furious that you're in here, that you've made it through. And yeah, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Missile.
No, wait, I'm gonna move a little farther away from Bosner so he
Got
can't
it.
get both of us.
Missile. You are up.
Yep, buckle up. So if you were listening carefully amidst all the chaos, you would hear in the other room. And he's going to take his little movement here,
Nice.
and seeing nothing, will end his turn.
Dang.
Everybody likes.
He's a very tired old man.
Yeah. It's Damon.
Damon is going to dash around these skulls.
Okay.
And then when he looks through the hall and sees his captain like at the door, at the ready, he's going to change course and head back into this room and see if they have developed a different plan than the one he has.
Got it.
And that is Damon's turn.
Johoff.
I'm gonna punch it.
Yeah, dude.
Can I have a thing to punch, please?
One archer coming up.
Thank you very much.
Oh, does it make you retarget it every time? Because...
Yeah, because he's dead.
Yeah, fuck, sorry. Okay.
No worries.
So, you did 36 last time, and then DeMarcus didn't do anything, and you hit it for 7, taking it to 42, 43?
But,
Yep.
well, I don't know if the AC changes as the door gets more
Oh,
damage.
no, you're right. The AC does not change. You're basically fighting against the ability to break through the stone. So, yeah, the AC is not changed, so you missed. I mean, you hit the door, but it was ineffective in terms of breaking it down. Oh, shit.
Nice.
So 36 plus 12, you're at 48. As you're smashing it, you hit it super hard and you see like a giant chunk of it break out. Almost big enough to like jump through if you wanted to try for it.
Oh, wait, not to interrupt, but can Isolde see Vosner through the crack?
Yes.
Does that activate the healing word?
It should.
Castaway?
I need to be able to target him. Can I just, like, quickly peek on the other side of the door?
Yeah, hold on. Go for it. Alright, so how much do
And
you...
it would be +3, but halved, so 5 to him
So,
and 1, I
take-
guess, to me.
I'll take 3 off his. Okay. Yeah, so... Yeah, as you break through a large chunk, it's big enough for a small person to jump through, or you could make an acrobatics check to try to, like, leap through it gracefully, or you could keep punching it to break it apart.
Yeah, it's fucking me up pretty hard to do this punching.
Sure.
Can I make an acrobatics rather than athletics?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do an acrobatics check.
Yeah, I'm gonna set the DC at 10. So, well, actually, yeah, that would be... Yeah, it's pretty trivial for you, because you're a monk. So actually, if it's a 10, unless you roll a 1, you're getting through.
And Joff trips and falls on his face.
Alright, Johoff punches a crack through the door and hops to the other side.
Although, is Johoff at exhaustion level 1 or greater?
Good point. He is at exhaustion level 1, so
Roll
roll it
time
again. Yeah, so you still are able to jump through, but you take 6 damage from the first punch, not from the jump.
Oh, right. And I'm assuming that even if I were to take flurry of blows, that acrobatics thing essentially would consume my bonus action.
I'm gonna say it. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm done then.
Yeah.
Except for the movement.
Yeah. You still have your movement, which is like 15 or 20 or whatever it is.
20. Okay. So I'll just move away so I'm not in line with Vosner, and then I'll be done.
Got it. Okay. At the end of Johoff's turn, he shoots a firebolt at Terran. Oh. And crits.
Ooh.
Can I counterspell that?
I don't know. Can you counterspell a cantrip? But also, would you have counterspelled a firebolt? Also, is that damage wrong? I have to make sure, because that looks wrong. 10
That's 3d10 times 2
plus 30?
plus 30.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah, that seems wrong. So let me look at his...
I found it with mine. So if you change it so that there's a bonus and a cantrip, it will scale that bonus with at the cantrip level too. So if it's 3d10 plus, or if it's normally like 1d10 plus 5, if you triple it, it'd be 3d10 plus 15 instead of 3d10 plus 5, which is what it would be supposed to be.
Okay, so it's not supposed to be plus 30, it's supposed to be plus 5, correct?
I don't know what it's supposed to be. But
okay.
it is probably supposed to be plus 10, because it's probably tripled.
Yeah.
So I should have taken 25?
Yeah. That sounds right. It doesn't seem right to me that it would be... Yeah, wait. What is happening? Because, oh, it's 3d10, so it should be 6d10 rather than 3d10, correct? Because it's 3d10 because he's a high-level caster. But it should be doubled instead of the 30. So, basically, take...
When you hit Vosner with it, it was just 3d10.
Yeah. So the crit that's the whatever's happening. Oh, okay. Sorry, scratch that. I know what happened. I changed crits, and maybe I probably should have said something before, and I didn't expect it to be from the monster side. So there's a variant mod in the game where it's like in the player's handbook, where instead of rolling double the dice, what you do is you guarantee that the normal dice roll full damage and then you roll extra dice. It's that way if you get a crit, you always do more than a normal hit. It's a way of like rewarding you for a crit, because you can get a crit and then roll all ones and it feels like dog shit. But it feels kind of fucky that I like enabled that and then crit you with it without telling you about it. So here's what I'll do.
It's technically only average damage then.
No, I think it's above average, right?
Well, I mean 3d10 would be average to 15 plus the 30.
Well, there wouldn't be
30.
So the 30 is a full roll on 3d10.
So it's a full roll plus a normal roll. So that would be... Yeah.
So Terran only had 35 HP to begin with. So I guess we'll see. Can you counterspell a cantrip? I have no idea.
I wouldn't have done it anyways, just like in character. It would have been just like, fuck it, it's a firebolt.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that hits, with the caveat that if somehow Terran dies because of this, I will retcon something.
Okay.
Because that would be too unfair. So for the record, when you guys crit now, you will be doing full damage on the first hit plus a regular roll. If that makes sense. Yeah. All right. So that was at the end of Terran's or Joab's turn.
Joab's turn.
And now it is his turn. And he is going to step back and use his biggest spell left. You can tell, I'm going to say he's just like basically miming it to hurl a fireball at the three of you. And Johoff dodges it, so let me undo the damage that I just did to you. Oh. So Vosner goes down. Johoff dodges out of the way and takes no damage. I'll just say like he ducked it or something. And Terran takes a automatic failed death save.
Is it 1 or 2 for?
It's just
damage?
1 because it's not a melee attack.
Okay, sweet. So Terran just gets thrown like a ragdoll.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And it is now DeMarcus's turn. And DeMarcus is going to do a normal attack against the wall, hitting the rest of it and bringing it down, opening the door essentially for himself and Zolda. And he is going to charge into the room. And I don't know if he has... Yeah, he's got it. I haven't been using any spells. Where's his Misty Step? Well, let's see. If he had gone here... He's still not 30 feet. Fuck. Alright, so he would get to this far, and he would... Can he do anything at range? Not really. Basically, he's just charging at this guy. And that is... He's gonna dash, I guess, which is gonna get him... Oh no, he already used his action to attack. Never mind.
He already used his.
Yeah. Isolde, it is your turn. DeMarcus just plowed open the door, and now you can see on the ground Vosner unconscious. And, yeah, a big, like, smoke just filled the room as a fireball went off.
Alright. She would run into the room. And let's see how far everyone is from each other. Alright, she's gonna use Preserve Life, which my usual pool is 45, but since everything's halved,
Yeah.
I guess we'll say I have 22 HP to give. I'm gonna give all of it to Vosner, because I can't give it to Terran. So he gets 22, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to do a Healing Word to get Terran up.
Yep, Vosner gets 22, I gave it to him.
Alright. And then I used all my movements, so that's the end of my turn.
Got it.
Your healing worded Terran.
What happened?
Did you heal
Hang on,
Terran?
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay.
It's not gonna be very much.
It gets me out, you know.
Yeah.
Plus 3, so 9. So I guess you get 4.
4? Alright.
Yeah. And I get 1.
Yeah, so at the end of Isolde's turn, he is going to see
She is
Terran
screaming Damon's name.
getting up.
He can come in and help them.
He's going to hurl a firebolt across the room to knock Terran down again.
Oh,
Seems
Jesus.
about right.
You may have
Furious.
pissed off an ancient wizard by counterspelling
happens.
him and zapping him.
That's fair. If that's why I die, that's why I die. That's fine.
That's such a hardcore stance to take.
I was prepared for Vosner to die, but that just sounds cooler.
Vosner, you are up.
Oh. Very sore.
Yeah, you're at 1 point of exhaustion now.
Vosner.
Wait, did she res Vosner just a second ago?
I wasn't rezzed. I haven't gone down yet.
Oh, because
I just shot him.
The healing word worked through the door, but it
Yeah.
was before he went down. Got it. Never mind.
Yeah. So are we still good?
We're good.
Okay. Let's see how many upper level things I have left. Ooh, I have all my 4th level slots. Alright, Vosner will try again with Flaming Sphere only at 4th level now. So, let me should I measure the template or is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Drop it. He does not have another counterspell.
Okay.
You literally burned him out of all of his spells.
All right. Cool. Place template. I'm gonna place it here first, and then I'm going to move it and smash it into him.
Okay. Let me read this.
Or do I need to?
No, yeah, you're
place
good. You can smash it into him. Okay, so this smash is a dex saving throw?
Yeah. And then he takes half damage.
Yeah. And he uses his last legendary resistance to withstand the fire. And so he passes it, but he still takes half damage, so he takes 6.
6, yeah.
Oh, wait. Nope, you're right. He take. Oh, I took all of his life.
Yes, take all of his life, please.
Okay, we're back.
Darn it. So close.
And yeah, now the flaming sphere is on top of him.
Perfect. Alright, Wagner will just stay there. Use all
Okay.
of his things.
Terran, make a death saving throw.
Alright.
At the end of your turn, this wizard is going to attack DeMarcus. Missing him. And did you guys notice that there are little sound effects now?
That's cool.
Missile, you're up.
Alright, it's going to be pretty intense, so hold on a second.
Yeah, dude.
I'm going to move 15 feet.
Do you not have like expeditious
40s.
retreat or something?
Do I have the spells for that?
I don't know.
You're a genius.
I don't know.
You're a genius.
Isn't that like
Yeah,
the
let's
thing
do
you
it.
could do? You could have been here like 2 rounds ago.
I never even used that. Yeah, okay. So there we go. I cast Expeditious Retreat.
Here. Well,
And
I will
does
tell
that-
you. We could retcon it a little bit since you haven't done anything. If you want to have done that 2 turns ago, you could be closer. And I'm just saying that now because alternatively, I'm basically telling you like, hey, you're pretty far behind. You might waste a spell slot and run into a room that's the fight's over. So it's really up to you. If you want to roleplay it like Missile forgot about it, that's fine. I don't care.
I like the retcon. That's a Dylan error, but Missile surely would not make such an error.
Yeah. Okay.
I
will let you move an additional 60 feet this turn.
60?
Yeah.
15? 15? Where's the action happening? I'm gonna go with the rest of the crew here. 15, 15.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's.
I've lost sight of Morty, unfortunately. Could you bring Morty up to me? That was my bad there. Bam, got him. Nice.
Yeah.
And then,
actually, Morty would have fallen
Ooh,
behind while you were running. He's slower than you.
all right.
If you're expeditious retreating.
Hang on. I'm gonna go to here so that I can see our nemesis all the way down yonder.
Yeah.
And if we're doing the Expeditious Retreat as a retcon spell, then this turn, if possible, I think I should cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level. And I'm going to try to hit that bastard wizard all the way down there.
Alright, yeah.
So let's target him. Let's send our Scorching Ray here. So Missile, in typical fashion, reaches into his bag, pulls out a glowing orange bulb, puts it into his firearm there, and he's going to cast Scorching Ray. He's going to miss, but he's going to send, I think, 3 more at him.
Yeah, if you cast it at 4th level, do you have
Third
a
level.
Oh, 3rd level. Then I think it's it's 3 more after this.
Yeah. Try it again. Nice. That's what we
Yeah.
like.
You shoot
let's
a scorching ray. Yeah. And
Ba-bam.
he is not dead, but he is very low.
Alright, well, we still got some more coming at him, so let me send 2 more at him. I'm gonna kill that bastard. Bam. Alright, here we go. One more.
More, you got this.
Bam. Oh!
So
and a coughing
a
fit.
number
Just
of
misses.
scorching rays
Wow.
fly seemingly out of nowhere behind your group and pelt the figure in front of you, and he dodges out of the way of 2 of them but gets struck, and he's sort of like as he's floating, he's sort of like starting to drop to the ground, and so now is like one of his feet is touching the floor as he's trying to like hold himself up, his magic failing him. And at the end of his turn, he will shoot a firebolt at Bosner. And that is his turn. Or that is the end of Missile's turn. Damon, you're up.
Still just hustling, especially after hearing Isolde screaming his name. And I think that's all I can do.
Nice. Johoff, you're up.
Right. So he's. I don't think I can reach him. I think I'm like 5 feet short. Yep. So I'm gonna use Step of the Wind to get up to here. And then I know we said that the fletchings came off his darts. Can I make 2 dart attacks at like disadvantage, maybe?
Shit, yeah.
Is that shift or alt? Do you remember?
I think it's... I don't fucking remember. Yeah, just roll it and we'll see if it works. You can try either one and report back.
I do like the idea of the thing killing this boss being Johoff just chucking dissolved darts at him.
Yeah, so that didn't actually... I don't think that did disadvantage.
Yeah, it didn't. Roll a d20 and we'll see what happens. Yeah, so I'm gonna say that missed.
I'll use my second attack to do the same.
Yeah.
Nice.
A
They were
38.
both, but they were both 19s.
Oh, yeah, nice. So, yeah, so that does it. How do you want to do this?
So, Johoff sort of exhaustedly almost gets to him, but it's just, he realizes he's not going to reach him. So as he's running, he grabs for his darts, kind of forgetting for a moment that they're, acid burnt or whatever it is, and fletchingless. And he flings one, forgetting that, and it just goes off wildly. And then he screams, "Fuck!" And with his second one kind of makes like an adjustment to the way he throws it that takes into account its lack of fletching. And he flicks it upward so it goes right through the guy's, like the bottom of his chin and up into his head.
Yeah, so it hits
Nice.
hits his head, and the back of his skull explodes as the dart flies through, and there's this like ghastly scream as the figure's robes hit the floor, and all of the material components of his body, like the bone, like turns into like a mist, shattering and sort of dispelling into the air. And Johoff, with your perception, you see it kind of coalesce into a floating a floating mist, which moves all the way back over to here and sort of it sort of like snakes its way in the air and then like descends down into a hole and disappears. And that is the end of combat. Except for, I imagine Terran... Fuck, why do I always do that? End combat and go, then I go, oh yeah, where are we at for death saves for you? Fuck, I'm so bad at this.
It's my turn next.
Okay,
so
well then I take your word at it, and I imagine you're gonna go heal Terran, so it's fine.
technically DeMarcus's turn and then my turn.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm getting to him.
We can move freely since we're out of combat.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
And yeah.
What have I missed?
Our ass is getting kicked.
And as you're bringing Terran back from being unconscious, the room does not stop having this sort of dark mist around it, and the chill is still there. And I'm gonna need anybody who's not magically protected from cold right now to roll a DC 10 Constitution saving throw for the last hour of being in cold.
Hang on a sec.
Constitution.
Oh, Terran,
Bummer.
you are at exhaustion level 2 now.
I am. Exciting.
Yeah.
I've never been this exhausted before.
Dang.
So,
Take a nap. You look terrible.
yeah, and I think I decided that I'm gonna keep our traditional... Well, never mind. Forget that. Moving on. Yeah, all of you, are, because of the heat of battle and moving around a lot, you're able to keep your temperature up, and you do not suffer any points of exhaustion from the cold.
Nice.
But you are reminded now that
I
everything's cooling off that the cold is still a threat.
Morty kind of gently uses his flamethrower to warm the air around Missile. That's how he's able to stave off the cold.
I love it.
Is there any sign of the Queen's Guard?
Actually,
Damon would walk up to Isolde now after she's done dealing with Tara and inform her that he spotted some bodies, and with her permission, he'd like to go see if they have anything valuable on them.
We should go together, and then we need to leave. This place is too dangerous. My healing doesn't work here.
Yes, Captain.
I'll be with you in a moment. John, what would I roll to would it be investigation to search the room for anything?
Yeah, so basically you would have to tell me what you're searching.
Magic object. Oh, well, I don't
Yeah.
know if this is
No,
like...
none of that's real. All of that's
Okay.
just map artifacts.
Yeah, I would
The only
scour
thing
the
that
room.
is real is that there are 2 sarcophaguses right here.
I will
And-
investigate the sarcophagi.
Were you in the room when he died?
When he died, I was right. I was on the other side of the door. I was right about
Okay.
here.
So I'll say that you did see his form, his like ghastly form, sort of go into this sarcophagus, and with an investigation roll that high, you notice that this seems to be a stash of some sort. but
Ooh.
you don't know how to open it.
Okay.
Would
Demarcus has the key.
Demarcus, old chum, could you take a swing at that sarcophagus?
He sort of looks at it and then looks at the rest of the group and says, I don't know if it's safe.
Oh, bother.
We
Missile
shouldn't be
will,
messing
his
with it.
shoulders will slump and he'll regrettably abandon it.
It doesn't look like there's any other passages out of here.
Out of
Further
this
tunnels.
room?
No. Yeah, out of
There-
this room.
None that
the
you see.
adjacent chamber with a staircase in it. I was loath to investigate it myself for fear that these doors may shut behind me.
All right, let's go together then. And she kind of like motions everyone to leave this creepy lair room.
Yeah.
On the way out, Missile will look longingly at the sarcophagus and then resign himself to following the group.
Very well.
Can I search these bodies for anything useful for staving off the cold or anything like that?
Yeah, so I will say that there are 5 sets of furs that are sort of in the style of the Queen's regalia, so it would look like almost like Queen's Guard uniforms, but they are warm. They are covered in blood, however.
All right.
Missile takes one of the skulls from the pile and kind of holds it up, looking at him, and says, "To be or not to be?"
It's too bad E isn't with us. A whole pit of skulls is like.
He would
that
just
is
drool and
living.
pass
fever
out.
dream.
Who is E?
Is there anything else on these bodies?
Just plain stuff. So let me see. Splint armor, like long sword, short sword, a heavy crossbow on one, and a dagger. Any of this stuff you want, let me know. But
I'll replace my dissolved shitty dagger with a new shitty dagger.
yeah, so you get a new dagger.
Joe Hop will finally be less naked. Somewhat reluctantly, like a little reluctantly.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 Queensmen Elite have splint armor, which is worth something, albeit it is heavy. So if you want that, you could take 2 sets of that.
I think she would want people to just quickly take what they need and then move on.
Fair enough.
Are there enough furs for people who are cold?
Well, there are 5. I don't know how many people need them.
Can Vosner withstand the cold by like shifting into something else?
Normally.
I can only stay that for, what is it, 8? No, 4
Well,
hours or something?
He's out
Terran
of
has
them
cold
for the day.
resistance. So,
Then I think we're 1 short, but Damon would make sure everyone else has one before he would take one.
yeah, so just Terran and Damon need them, I guess.
I think
but
Missile's going to need one too. He's not wearing anything currently.
yeah, no, what I'm saying is once we distribute them, everyone but Terran and Damon will have one. And
Got
that's fine, because Terran has cold resistance, so I think that means he gets advantage.
DeMarcus would step forward and say, Damon, you take the fur.
Damon would be too tired to argue with DeMarcus at this point, and so would just take it.
Oh, speaking of, I didn't roll his Constitution saving throw.
What up?
Yeah, he's fine. So, make sure you add to your inventory warm furs in that look like Queen's Guard outfits.
Okay.
Missile's gonna come up to Isolde and say, Master Isolde, are you sure we can't go back and search that sarcophagus?
I don't think any of us have the strength to fight whatever comes out. Why are you so curious about it?
Well, there was a powerful wizard in there, and I believe it's a storage crate. Surely there's something valuable in there, and I wonder if it's worth the risk.
Not the risk of our lives, no.
Fair enough. His shoulders will sag, and he'll look sad. Walk away.
Missile, in your head, you hear a voice say, "You should open that sarcophagus."
Stan, the player, agrees with that voice wholeheartedly. Karen, the character, does not.
Yeah, and nobody else can
Alright.
hear it but Missile. And he goes, "It's not for the loot. It's likely a place for a phylactery. Unless you want to fight that necromancer again, you might have to dispose of it."
Troubling. I'm an idiot. What is a phylactery?
A phylactery, as Missile would know, is a place where a lich can put its soul so that when it dies, it can regenerate so long as the phylactery is alive.
I was actually going to ask if Damon's time with Moltanus would have allowed him to know about phylacteries. and
Yeah.
how to search for them.
So I would say if Missile brought it up, Damon would be able to sort of back him up.
Okay, so out of the blue, with no context, the crew just hears Missile go, "A phylactery, you say?"
Isola looks confused.
After Missile brings it up, Damon would say, "That is well worth bringing up, Master Missile. We should either search it out and destroy it, or make haste from this place. Either way, it remains dangerous."
Would I have any idea what that is?
Make a religion check. It should be really an arcana check. Yeah, make an arcana check. Yeah. You might know the name, but you've never seen one, and you know that it has something to do with wizards, maybe.
With his flash of genius, Missile fills Isolde in on whatever would be appropriate.
Okay, so she gives some sort of half answer to what a phylactery is, and you correct all of this stuff enough for her to understand maybe the few things that she had remembered about it.
Right. Tactlessly, but respectfully.
Yeah.
So were you gnome-splaining it?
Yes.
So
Artificer-splaining it.
it's not dangerous right now, but it will be if it's not destroyed.
I believe
is
the longer
correct.
we wait, the more dangerous it will become. If we were to strike, now would be the time that it's been freshly conquered.
Correct. The necromancer will regenerate unless the phylactery is destroyed, as well as his body.
Taryn, hunched over in exhaustion, says, It may be good to find it so that this battle can stick, rather than just coming up every time adventurers come down here and ambushing them."
Alright, we'll be quick then. Missile, DeMarcus, and Johoff, you look like you're in the best shape.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Take the lead.
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. I have an idea, worry not. And Missile kind of, in spite of his exhaustion, eagerly runs.
Faster than he did in the battle.
We're not in combat now. And so Missile's going to stop here at the door. Let me see how far away that is. Not quite. It's going to go in a little bit. And he's going to command Mortimer to go the rest of the way. Maybe if I can do this. Come on, Morty. Bam.
She wants DeMarcus 2 steps above
Oh, yeah,
where
sorry.
Johoff is right now. like a little line of defense.
Missile would request that Johoff and DeMarcus take some steps back. And I'm going to cast Detonate.
Jesus.
Shit.
Okay, so tell me
Okay,
how
this was a
the
mistake.
detonate, like, how is he detonating? He's just standing on top of the sarcophagus?
Yeah, he gets like at he finds a crack or two wherever it's weakest, and Missile pulls out a whistle from his bag of holding and blows it like at a certain frequency, and Mortimer starts shaking, vibrating at that frequency, and eventually he just explodes.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you all stand and watch as Missile carries out this like beautiful orchestrated explosion, and it blows up, and there's just explosion of sound as like chunks of metal hit stone wall and go ricocheting everywhere, and the room just fills up with smoke. And as the smoke clears, you just see like a scorched mark on top of the sarcophagus, and Morty is gone.
No! Only a scorched mark? Ah, damn.
I mean, it's basically like you put C4 on top of something instead of like, it wasn't like a detonation.
So, Missile's eyes, once glowing with possibility, he looks very sad now that he's been unsuccessful blowing the shit out of it.
John, did I'm assuming that my thieves' tools got like eaten up also?
I think thieves' tools would be made of metal, unless I'm wrong.
Oh, for sure.
In which case, we'll say that they're slightly damaged, but still usable.
Alright, so Joe Hoff reaches to his pouch and unbuttons this little like leather pack that unrolls with a bunch of metal tools in it, and looks at Izzle and goes, "Oi, want me to take a crack at it?"
I guess so. Maybe as long as it's not that loud.
Yeah, as she says that, another hunk of metal like falls from the ceiling where it was lodged.
One of his
Clanks.
legs, yeah.
Okay.
So, what do I make here?
So, Johoff, as you approach, roll a perception roll for me. Okay. You catch a faint shimmer on the floor as you approach with your thieves' tools.
Oh yeah, Joe Hoff stops. He goes, "Oi, what the fuck is that?" and points at it.
Be careful, Isolde.
Where's the shimmer?
It is right at the base of the sarcophagus.
Missile cautiously aims his firearm at the shimmer, just in case.
No firearm. Go walk up there and look at it. You would know it best.
Fair enough.
Okay. Missile. As you approach, you don't see any shimmer because you're blind as a bat. But if you want to investigate it, you can.
Better believe it. We're gonna add a Flash Genius to... yeah, let's do it just in case. Add a Flash Genius.
At disadvantage, though, because you're exhausted.
Oh, so should I roll
yeah,
again?
Shit, yeah. Fuck, I'm like giving
Let
you
me
guys
roll
all
again
sorts
here.
of... Y'all are disadvantaged on
Alright,
your
so
ability
let's-
checks, remember.
Let's go with the 19 and then add 7 to it?
Okay.
6 to it, so
So-
25.
You investigate around this sarcophagus and come to the conclusion that there is some sort of arcane spell on this sarcophagus, but you do not know what it is. With just an investigation, that would require an Arcana check if you would like to do one.
You know I would. I can't resist. That's probably going to be the bad one. Let me roll another.
So,
Let me add Flash Genius just because I can.
how many of those you got
27
left?
Or 26, rather. I have 3 left.
Okay.
Or actually, I should have 2 left because it's still
Yeah.
out of 7. So let me correct that.
Got it. Okay. So you are able to determine with that ridiculous roll, that this is protected by a glyph of warding. And what you know about glyphs of warding is that they are defensive magic spells done by wizards to protect things. They're kind of like magical traps. And you know that they can be dispelled, but that, that this is a fairly high level
Yeah.
glyph.
I relay all of that to the group in a gnome's voice.
Do we have any way to dispel it?
I've tried my only option, I'm afraid.
And I think we forget about it. It's too dangerous to mess with high-level defensive spells.
Oh, I suppose you're right.
Unless you have another suggestion, Master Missile.
I
Force
think,
your way through. What's the worst that can happen?
yeah, for real. Let me just bash my head on it and see what happens.
The Marcus looks healthy.
With
Missile's like got full health. I mean,
With an investigation that high, you also basically have discovered that there's no lock on the sarcophagus itself. You would just have to move the lid, which would be heavy, which would require a very high athletics check or multiple people to make it go quicker.
Oh,
But
no.
the moving it would be the thing that activates the glyph. You know that.
Yeah. I wonder if I have a spell. Could I... Okay, so I'm gonna cast Levitate on it.
How much
Which-
weight can that?
The spell can levitate a target that weighs up to 500 pounds. Does the lid weigh 500 pounds?
Let me check.
can you upcast it too?
I am out of higher level spell slots,
Ah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, we're so fucked.
So, Google is giving me between 700 and 3,000 pounds.
The lid? Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Okay. And I assume a mage hand helping wouldn't do a damn thing.
I don't know, that extra
15
20 pounds.
20 pounds. Yeah.
Shit.
And I
Well,
think
if
there's
none of
almost-
us are willing to sacrifice ourselves for knowledge, I suppose we
I'll
should
say this. I'll say it's
let it lie.
I'll say it's 1,000 pounds based on your estimate.
I could take 500 pounds off. Johoff, what do you bench?
She
Well,
shoots Missile a dirty
Yes,
look.
doesn't bench magical shit.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Could
Uh,
I cast Vitrolic Sphere and see if I can dissolve some of it so that it would be lighter?
It's acid?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say, for the sake of narrative, that I don't know. Does acid quickly dissolve stone normally? That seems.
I think if it's limestone.
Yeah,
Depends on the acid.
I'm gonna say this is like marble.
Yeah, then probably not.
Yeah.
If it's not gonna like instantly dissolve anybody it touches, it's probably not gonna work.
Yeah.
Very sorry, Master Missile. But we should go then if it's going to get stronger with time. Should be quick.
I suppose you're right, Master Isolde. I have a hard time letting magic objects go uninvestigated.
How
See
much
more up
time
ahead.
does it take liches to regenerate?
Dylan doesn't know, but maybe Missile or Damon would.
You know that the date is unsure. It really depends on how powerful the Lich is.
Alright. Admitting defeat, Missile will resign himself and slowly walk as though he was exhausted again back to the door.
Look, if he wants to come back and just keep on killing some of those fucking Queen's guards, I ain't got a fucking problem with that, right?
Better them than us, I suppose.
Taryn also looks very disappointed, but he doesn't say anything because he's exhausted.
And
So does this room just look like a staircase?
Yeah, I think Damon might have expressed that the door will shut when people pass through it, just before they walk through the door.
yeah, that room, as far as you can tell, looking into it barely, looks like another room with just more graves.
But there's no like passage out into yet another room.
None that you can see.
Dead end. Well, I think it might be best for us to backtrack to where we were before and try a different route. And she just kind of moves back the way they came. So many dead skeletons.
You need some pressure damage to mark
As
this.
you get to here, you see that the door is still locked in front of you, and DeMarcus sort of rolls up his metal sleeves and starts smacking it. And I'll spare us the time. Technically, every time that maul hits an object, it's an automatic crit, so that would be like triple that damage, basically. And DeMarcus breaks down the door, and you guys are free to move on. And
Well, I ain't gonna be sad to say goodbye to this place.
Yeah, Izzy looks like she's walking very quickly away from this place.
and you guys find yourselves back in the ruins of Alusk. There is a breeze coming in from the north, and that is kind of... The walls are rough made rather than the smooth, well-worked stone of the interior of that crypt.
Can I suggest a short rest?
Yeah, I can get my wild chips back.
Yeah, I think that would be wise.
Okay, let's pause it here. Everybody get ready to do a short rest and work out the logistics. Are you guys all... I guess you guys are mostly furred and stuff like that. Anyways, quick bathroom break.
Can we have like a ritually cast hut again?
You just want to do a long rest then?
No.
I mean, we could, if you do it for a ritual casting, it doesn't cost us anything.
How long has it been since the party's eaten? Because a long rest seems like a lot if it's been like 24 hours since we've eaten.
Yeah. So we haven't eaten today. And she also doesn't have the spell prepared today that would give us food.
I mean, we had some rations still. Right?
Not since this morning. Technically, all of our food got dissolved.
Okay, so we
last
weren't
night when we
storing
got
any in the bag of holding?
You know, that's a good question.
I thought we did. Because
Yeah, I thought
we
we...
weight issue
Let me look at our banking thing.
for the horses. Oh, beer wagon. You were too good for us.
We do have, actually, 26 rations, 20 of which we made out of those wolves.
Yeah, wolf rations.
So those are in the bag of holding. Oh, we also had a noble's costume this entire time. Johoff didn't have to be naked. Just personal choice, I guess.
He would look great in it, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it was a very personal choice to go naked rather than the noble's costume.
It's
Gotta have
fancy.
some sense of dignity, you know?
That's right.
Don't.
You know, if we take a long rest and eat and get all of our spell slots back, maybe we could go back to that sarcophagus.
Who knows? Garrett,
I feel like there's just like amazing loot in it that we're just
I know.
abandoning.
Wizard meat.
I mean, really, that whole crypt, I feel like, is probably chock full of cool shit and information.
Or we could long rest and go back and fight it again.
Won't have
I
its
got
armies
nowhere
of
to be.
skeletons.
All
Yeah.
right. Guys, we have a new follower on the stream. I
Yay.
think we actually
Yeah.
have like an actual viewer. Hello, actual viewer.
Hey, viewer.
Sorry
Hi,
about it.
viewer.
Get viewed. Reverse viewed.
So, we just talked about rations and stuff. We
Yeah.
did have those wolf rations in the bag of holding.
Nice.
So, we have 26 rations, and that's it, but
Yeah.
that'll do.
Okay. I was gonna say, because you guys went all yesterday, you went the whole night without eating, but that's fine. So yes, you guys are now very hungry, as it is about midday on your big day of adventuring here. Second day of adventuring, really.
So, I think the plan is to ritual cast Damon's tiny hut.
Okay.
And then eat some wolf rations.
Mm,
I will mark us off. Damon doesn't eat, right? So it's just 6.
That's right.
Alright, I'll give you a little tiny hut. I should actually make like a little icon for it.
Cute. Alright.
Nice.
Are we short resting or are we long resting?
Short resting.
You can't long rest until another full day, basically. Till the evening. Got all those D8s and D6s a roll.
And just as a reminder, the folks who had aid cast on them still have it cast on them.
Who was that?
Still?
It was, I think, myself, Taryn, and DeMarcus.
Yeah.
Whoops. Let me equip that shit. Oh no, he's already got it equipped. Way to go, Matt.
Yeah. What a winner.
Winner, chicken dinner. Alright, cool.
So I think we should head north. I know that the host tower was, I think we said northeast, so this is probably our best bet. And that's where the air drafts are coming from, right?
Correct.
Taryn's gonna ask for his cloak back.
Yeah.
Now that Johoff has furs.
Yeah, Johoff a little reluctantly gives it back.
I mean, I'm still in just like tatters, so
Yeah, did you lose your hat?
It was a magic hat.
Or was it?
Yeah, remember, only non-magical items got destroyed.
I didn't remember if it was magical or if it just had really nice embroidery.
Oh, Taryn hasn't been wearing that for a while.
Mm.
Yeah, didn't he not... I forgot what happened to it.
He crumpled it up and threw it away, but I think DeMarcus gave it back to him.
DeMarcus
Yeah. It is in his locker at
He's all grown up now.
the guild. Yeah. He's lost his sense of whimsy.
Got it.
Oh, we need to bring it back.
Yeah. So, you guys
Everyone
finish your long rest.
Rested?
Sure.
I got my wild shape back. Woo.
You get all of them back?
Yep, on a short rest.
Damn.
But
Yeah.
I got no spells back.
I am thinking about changing that pendant so that it's only once per long rest that you get to use it for extra shapeshift. So that instead of having 6 a day, or whatever, just to bring it down a little bit, because that is pretty powerful. I think it's like a little too powerful for level 10. Or 9. What are you guys?
Yeah.
9.
9. I mean, I can be level 10. You can get
Yeah, you guys are pretty close. 5 sessions away, assuming you don't die.
Johoff realigned his chakras and got his chi back. Or ki.
Wow.
Yeah.
rather.
You know, I was just reading the monk handbook, and it says that you have to describe yourself as meditating during short rests to get your key back. So I kind of want to know what Johoff's meditation looks like.
He's shadow boxing.
Ooh,
Okay, cool.
very cool.
I was gonna assume it's just drinking more.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is Drunken Master, so I was going to allow that, but I like the shadowboxing more. That's cooler.
Yeah, normally his meditation is a mix of the two, but there's a disturbing lack of booze in this ruins.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Boo.
Is Johoff starting
If
to
you wanted,
sober up?
Missile could probably
You won't
make
like
a distillery.
You won't like me when I'm sober. Oh, he's just ineffective. So yeah, I don't think we would.
Is Damon back? He's not moving.
Damon's.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, just making sure.
So I can kind of see off to the left side here. What exactly is illuminating the left tunnel for me?
Yeah, so in that room, there doesn't seem to be a direct source, but you can see that it's well lit. It's not entirely clear what's lighting it.
Hmm.
Is it a lich?
And which side is the draft coming from?
It's coming straight down through this hallway towards you. You can't really tell what direction other than that it's coming towards you.
All right. Everyone ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
I should still have
And
Something.
as you walk within view of the center of this room, I'll pause so people can, or unpause so people can move to see where Isolda's seeing. You see Isolda, and whoever's in the front, a figure hanging in the air, floating, with large, outstretched, feathered wings and hair that sort of flows as though it was like suspended in water. So it's like not following natural laws of gravity. And even though it has wings, it doesn't seem to even need to beat them to stay aloft. And as you make your way, like even within visual distance of it, you hear in your mind, "Do not be afraid."
She like kind of rubs her eyes for a second and looks back up at the thing to make sure that she's seeing it properly.
Taryn is afraid.
Missile is absorbed in calculations, trying to figure out how she's creating enough lift without flapping her wings.
And
Puts his hand on his staff.
And in all of your heads at once, you hear, "Do not be afraid. Come closer."
Do not go closer, she says to the group.
Taryn will ask, I don't know, he'll think at her, "Who are you?" And sees if she can get that.
Nothing happens in return.
Nothing happens? Okay.
You try to reverse engineer telepathy.
Well, I don't know if she was reading our minds, you know?
Izzy takes like a hesitant step forward.
Yeah.
Is there a way out? Do you know of a way out?
And in your head, you hear, "There are many ways. Some in, some out."
Yes, but we're looking to go out.
You came from out. Why not go that way?
We're trying to get to a different part of the ruins. Who are
Can I
you?
make like some sort of check to see if I'd recognize like what she is?
Yeah, Taryn, make a religion check.
What do I hold to make that at disadvantage?
Just click it twice because I don't know the answer. It might be Alt, it might be Control, it might be Shift. Those would be my guesses. Okay.
8.
You, in the back of your head, think maybe that's what an angel looks like? But you think to yourself, I have never read a single book on any of this.
Alright.
Zelda has asked who this individual is.
She smiles and says, "I am Hadario. And who are you?"
I am Isolde, cleric of Imater. Are you a good creature?
I am what I am.
Can I make a check to see if I've got any knowledge of what this thing is?
Yeah, make a religion check. You think she meets the description of an angel. Or some form of celestial.
Like necessarily good?
You can't determine goodness by appearance, but you know that celestials tend to be good, yeah.
I will step a little bit closer. What are you doing here?
She looks at you, kind of happy that you've stepped closer to her, and she says, "I stand at the crossroads."
Taryn will like step into the room a little bit. What crossroads?
And she gestures around the room. And as you enter the room, you see that there's not really a light coming from anywhere. It seems to maybe be that she's emanating the light, but it doesn't seem to be like a source on her, like a thing with light cast on it. It's just sort of like the whole area around her is glowing. And around the room are kind of littered the bones of monsters and sort of grotesque creatures, skulls and things like that. and all around the room, kind of reflecting the light, are these icicles which sort of shimmer and shine as the light sort of bounces off them and around the room, and it's a very beautiful scene.
Is there a... Could Vosner see if there's like a gate here or something? This is like the place we're looking for?
Yeah, so you don't see any gates, but you do see that this room has a number of exits. And you get from her gestures that she's pointing to the fact that this room is sort of a hub where one hallway would lead you to another place, which is why she's referencing it as a crossroads.
So we'll come up to Isolde and say, should we ask her about the host tower and how to get there?
Yes, I think she would probably know best.
Do you think this might be the place where, what we're looking for?
I'm not sure. Have many other travelers come through here?
Many have traveled through here. Some in, some out.
Have any of them spoken about a host tower?
You speak of the ruins of the host tower. And she says, "This is one way."
Does she direct us to one of the passages or no?
No, she just mentions that one of the ways will lead you there.
Mm.
Could you possibly be more specific?
Perhaps. But all who come to the crossroads must make a deal.
What kind of deal?
A trade or a contract.
Is this how we all become warlocks?
Hmm.
Aren't you on Warlock already? Mr. I am cursed by something?
What? No. I just have a cough.
You guys don't know shit about that.
And what is it that you are interested in?
I am a warrior, and I seek other warriors. Those who are willing to stand against the chaos.
What kind of chaos?
And she says, demons.
I'm gonna turn around and look at DeMarcus.
He's already walked forward, and he's sort of walking forward not like defensively, but like sort of interestedly. And when he's at this range, he casts Divine Sense. And as he casts it, he turns to you, Isolde, and says, "That's not an angel."
I instinctively take a step back. Everyone move back.
He says, "Don't, hold on." And he looks at you and then sort of looks back to the creature and says to you, "This thing is a devil, and a powerful enough one that fleeing might not be an option."
What do we do?
I suppose we'll have to make a deal.
With the devil?
He's not smiling at that. He says, "I don't know."
But you can tell that it is very powerful.
He nods.
I guess I will look back up at the thing. You want a deal then to destroy a demon?
Not just a demon, all demons. I seek warriors.
Where do you come from?
I was born in the upper planes. A celestial.
I look at DeMarcus and kind of looking for him for some sort of answer.
He turns to you, Vosner, and says, devils of this kind are fallen.
So not necessarily untruth.
And as you say that out loud, she speaks in your mind and says, I only speak the truth.
I'm gonna gesture for the group to keep backing up.
Do not leave. You have entered the crossroads. You must make a move.
Taryn will ask, what are the conditions of the deal? Other than just killing demons.
One must commit themselves to kill demons forever.
What does that mean, forever? And they do nothing else?
This is the charge.
And there is no other way, no other deal to make?
I ask for one soul to commit to the cause.
Hypothetically, should we decline? Hypothetically, of course. What would the consequences be?
She looks at you, and for a moment, her beautiful visage sort of drops, and her eyes turn a fiery red, and she says, in a nice voice, there are consequences. And her face goes back to normal.
Missile would understand nothing of that. Well, certainly there are consequences. Could you be more specific?
She says, sort of surprised by your tactlessness.
We're not.
Death.
So one of us needs to stay with you and fight demons forever?
You need not stay with me. I only ask for your commitment. A contract.
Taryn steps forward a little bit and asks, what do you know of a demon called Demogorgon? Is that the one?
Yeah. Of the Demogorgon. Yeah, that's...
Of the Demogorgon.
Yeah. Her face sort of scrunches up, and her fiery red eyes reappear, and she says, I know of the Demogorgon. He is vile.
He took our friend.
He has taken many of my friends.
is it normal for one that has fallen to fight other devils?
She looks at you curiously. She says, "Do not confuse devils and demons. One follows order, the other chaos."
Taryn will step forward again and ask, are there any special power that you can give to aid in the battle with the demons?
I can grant many powers. What power do you seek?
The power to vanquish my enemies and protect my friends.
I can grant this power. At a cost.
The cost is...
When you die, your soul works for me, fights for me.
Okay.
What's that wisdom save?
Taryn will look back at the group and then look back at her and take a couple more steps forward. He goes,
Taryn?
and fight the demons for eternity.
Yes. Until the battle is won.
Taryn, you don't have to do that.
He steps the rest of the way forward.
And as you approach, you notice, like, her appearance is, like, even more impressive in person. She's sort of, like, radiating with light and energy. But as you get closer, you see the darkness in her face and her eyes. And, for the first time, you can see for sure that this is a devil in front of you.
Okay, he's committed and goes, what do we do?
She holds out a piece of paper and says, "Sign on the dotted line," and hands it to you with a quill.
He does.
Nobody else is interrupting? I figured narratively.
Yeah, no, Izzy's trying to interrupt.
Okay. I'm okay with you guys doing these things. I just want to make sure there's narrative space for if anybody wanted to do anything.
Taryn, may I see that contract before you sign it?
Taryn will let him.
Does it basically just say everything Hadariel's been telling us this whole time?
Yes, that this is a contract, though the details have not been clarified, I guess. Taryn has just asked for a boon to defeat his foes and save his friends. Though it is not specific on what the details are. Though I can work that out with Taryn later if you want.
I'll ask our angel devil, Hadriel, right?
Hadariel, yeah.
Hadariel. I'll ask, do you know of beings from the Shadowfell? Is that where these demons come from?
The demons reside in the abyss.
In exchange for the soul of the signee after death, you will grant this boon to one of us?
I will grant a boon to this Dragonborn, and upon his death, he will serve me.
Supposing you granted him the boon but took another soul instead.
She looks at you curious, says, explain.
I could sign this contract. Upon my death by natural causes, you could have my soul in exchange for Terran receiving the boon he seeks.
She looks at you. Are you trying to be slightly clever with regards to natural causes?
I am.
Yeah, so I think you would have to roll deception to try to kind of bluff her on that. I know that's a little bit undermining because that's not really your skill set. I'll give you advantage on it, I guess.
Well, hey, I don't think.
Nice.
Feel a lot
An 8 and an 8. She looks at you and says, natural causes cannot claim a construct. But you are clever to try.
Very well. My death, if and when it does occur, will grant you my soul in exchange for the boon gifted to Terran.
And, okay. I'm trying to think of...
Terran will look to Dave and go like, you do not need to do this. I can take this burden. And I have unfinished business with the Demigorgon and his cult.
And
Anyway.
with this boon, you could finish that business. But Terran, you have already committed your soul to various powerful beings with varying consequences. It is not necessary that you do so any further. My soul will not travel where your soul will upon my death, regardless.
Neither of you have to do this, you know. We could just try to leave.
I don't know if we can.
And we do what we must. But it is not worth your soul belonging to someone else. Marcus, I'm sure, tell them that their soul is worth more than passage through this room.
He says that. He confirms Zolda's point.
It seems that my soul will remain my own until I die, as it would have anyways.
Just meta. Like, the contract as she says it is that we do what we want, that she only gets it till after we die, right?
Yeah, she only gets your soul when you die.
So I'm not clear on the... Terran isn't clear on the distinction Damon's trying to make. But Terran will look at the group and say, to keep the squad alive, I think it is. And then look at Damon and go, you are far more valuable and more valuable to the guild than I am. And then he'll take the pen and sign it.
Okay. A big grin sort of spreads across her face. And she says, thank you for signing. Very well. A deal has been made. And I will work with you on the side to figure out what that boon exactly is. We can kind of... I have some things in mind, but we can discuss them. But I guess for immediate effect, Taryn, let's have you drop to 0 exhaustion and regain all of your health.
Ooh.
As she reaches out and places a blessing upon you. And she says, "Very well. Now, for our next order of business. Where would you like to go?"
We are
Hi,
trying
Karen.
to reach the ruins of the host tower.
Well, why don't we ask one thing first? If there's another portal here. The one that we're looking for.
You search for a portal. But to where?
Well, kind of connects everything else.
That is what portals do.
The portal of the Osidon Nexus.
There is no portal to the Osidon Nexus here. There is but one portal. And she gestures kind of back this way. And that way you actually notice for the first time that the wind is clearly like rushing in. There's like flakes of snow that come in through that hallway and kind of come out into the main room.
And where does that one lead?
I shall not say.
And the directions to the host tower?
We must make a deal first.
We have made a deal.
She smirks and says, "You have made a deal for my boon in exchange for a soul. There has been no deal regarding the crossroads."
You asked for someone. It was your stipulation that if someone signed their soul to help you fight the demons, that you would give us passage, and that has happened. You have satisfied the terms of your own conditions.
This was not in the contract. You have signed a different contract. And in a moment of silence, she says, "At the crossroads, there are many contracts."
Isolde's hand is like on her holy symbol right now. And she kind of exchanges a glance with DeMarcus.
She says, "Tread lightly, child of the Broken One."
Captain, is there any chance we could simply make our way to the portal and figure out where to go from there?
I suppose. If this thing will let us pass.
If it is the portal you seek, I will be kind and let you pass.
There's no way to tell from the outside where that portal would lead. Oh, correct.
Correct.
It could be a portal to the hells for all we know.
For all you know.
But the goal is to close the portal, right? Not to go through it to wherever it leads.
I mean, we were looking for a portal belonging to the Osidon Nexus. But I suppose that we could close it.
Was that in character or?
No, that was.
Okay, just making sure.
We're just metagaming the shit out of your game, John.
It's totally fine.
It seems we could proceed to the portal and wherever that will take us. Or we could make another deal and find out where we can get to the host tower.
DeMarcus would step forward and say, if it's another soul to get us where we need to go, I can do it.
No.
Let's look at the portal and see where that takes us.
Yeah, can we examine the portal?
It is up this way, but it is down a winding hallway, and I will have to load you into another scene.
Zolda's gonna usher everyone in ahead of her.
Well, so long! Nissa will wave at Hadariel and
Farewell.
head up.
Okay, and you guys step through this area to this, which actually I don't even know if I put tokens on the screen for you. Oh, I did. I'm so good. How
Okay.
prepared. As you step down this hallway, you find yourself stepping into a chamber that is very old and but with kind of ever lit braziers that never stop producing flame. And I know that I can't do the angle on the snow any better than this, but essentially there is snow kind of coming out of this, directly out of this doorway, kind of beating you in the face, and the air here is just unbelievably cold. Everybody has to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw or take a point of exhaustion. If you have furs, you have advantage. Or
Okay.
are Terran. Oh, and you also have DeMarcus's effect on you.
Okay.
So, wait,
I think
Oh,
Johab still fails.
yeah.
With DeMarcus's effect, he'll be good.
What was
No,
her
the
DC?
the first was a 7.
Oh,
Oh, wait, no.
I got 11 because I have advantage because I'm wearing furs.
Oh, so sorry, yeah. I forgot.
Wouldn't it
Yes.
just be straight rolls?
No, it was, I was giving
Okay.
advantage with furs.
Okay. I was thinking of those with exhaustion.
Yeah, so,
but that's level 3 for
yeah,
saving throws.
nobody's at level 3 exhaustion.
Okay.
And, yeah, you see sort of into this structure. For the record, it looks remarkably similar to the building in terms of its architecture and even its design to that of the portal hub that you saw in old New Gunderland.
Oh.
It's like the same layout, which makes you feel like it is the same type of building constructed by the Netheries.
Where's the snow coming from?
Out of the portal.
Yeah. Fuck.
Looks like we found our place.
Say the word, Captain, and I will set to work sealing it.
Can we check where it's from? Like an Arcana check or something?
Oh, sorry, I was
Don't
moving
know if we'll
Isolde.
be able to, but
And sitting in front of this giant portal is a metallic chair made seemingly of platinum.
Ooh.
Missile, your keen eyes of pricing things determines that this is worth a fortune.
The first thing I was thinking of is if I could fit that in my bag of holding.
Yeah.
does it look out of place?
It looks like it's been specifically placed, but it does look completely out of place when the rest of this room is 2,000-year-old ruins.
What on earth would a platinum chair be doing in here?
Yeah, could I roll like a history check? Like, is this like a style of any particular royalty?
You can try. I'll just tell you now that it looks above, like it looks bigger than human size.
Oh,
Is
shit.
it angel sized?
It is like large size.
Bristol's very exhausted and could use a seat.
No.
Just go step on. Just hop on it. Yeah, see what happens.
If it asks
Ding.
for your soul, it's a bargain. Because you got two.
I've only
Hey.
got one soul to bargain with, you know?
Damon, did you want to do an Arcana check to see where the portal's from?
Well, I mean, Missile's gonna live forever, so it's fine.
Yeah, I did want to make an Arcana check, and I also wanted to see if like I could discern any of like the history of this chair, since
Yeah.
if this looks familiar,
It
then
doesn't
maybe it's
look.
from...
It doesn't look Netherese to you.
Okay, yeah, then I'll just make the Arcana check.
Could I history check the chair?
Don't lick it.
It's all history check the chair.
Ooh, let me.
Damon, you are able to discern that this portal leads to one of the levels of the Nine Hells. Missile, you are able to discern that that chair is unlike any historical throne you've ever seen before, but you determine that it's probably a throne.
Peculiar.
Does Damon share this information?
This portal takes us to one of the levels of the Nine Hells. I confess my knowledge of the Hells is limited, and I cannot say which.
Is it possible that you can close it?
I believe I can.
You should get ready for a fight nonetheless.
And as you approach it, a figure appears in the doorway behind you. It's a large, insectoid-looking creature with a giant spear made of ice which shimmers. And he says, "It leads to Crimea. And I'd rather you not close it."
Do I know roughly how long it would take me to close this?
You know it takes, I believe we said 10 minutes back in the day when we did it.
In the
I assume you are the owner of this chair.
Indeed I am.
It is a lovely chair.
Thank you.
Perhaps it is better that we leave.
Perhaps you should stay.
For what purpose?
Crimea is lovely this time of year. Perhaps you would enjoy it.
If it is this cold there, then it, perhaps, but we have other pressing matters to get to.
You've got
errands to run,
You could say
things
that.
to do.
Projects to research, to be sure.
There's always another book to read.
Indeed.
Well, I suppose it would be rude of me to get in the way. And yet, it's rude of you to have come in here. It appears we're at an impasse.
Well, our intrusion was certainly unintentional. We were given directions that I think we misunderstood.
Yes, Hadariel is, crafty with her words.
So, if you would allow us to correct our error, we will be on our way.
Of course, but first, we should make a deal.
What sort of deal?
The kind of deal that all devils want. A soul.
He looks to Taryn and says,
This one's been claimed.
and he looks to Damon and says,
Curious that you would even have one.
You know, I've been wondering the same thing for weeks.
Missile, no.
Would you like to know the secret? For the price of a soul, I could teach you.
No, I have business with my soul. Intentions, projects, and so forth. I'm afraid my soul's simply not on offer.
Oh, well, I wouldn't claim it until you've died. Clearly you won't need it then.
That's a pretty good point.
Bold of you to assume I will die.
Foolish of you to assume you won't.
How dare you call me foolish?
Missile's just gonna attack him and get this started.
This is excellent.
He
I have a feeling that's where we're going.
He gets tongue-tied and flustered and I can't but and then enters a coughing fit and recedes.
Can I make like a religion check to see if I know what type of demon he is?
yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
You determine that this is an ice devil. And I won't give you all the specifics because that seems like really specific knowledge and it's a little bit out of Terran's wheelhouse, but with a roll that high, you know that an ice devil is a very high-ranking devil. Like, near the top.
Cool. We've made some really good choices today, guys.
This has been a rough one.
Yeah.
I feel like the campaign's gonna sidetrack after this to be us running around like idiots trying to get our souls back.
Everyone else can do is fight crabs.
You remember that necromancer that we met in that crypt? Jeez. Times were simpler.
So, who would like to write up a contract?
I'm afraid that the last contract we signed was not entirely truthful. I'm sure you would understand our hesitance.
He looks offended. He says,
I will not believe it. Hadariel would never be untruthful. It's against her nature.
Well, we were promised safe passage elsewhere. in exchange for someone signing their soul over to fight demons. That did indeed happen, and yet we were denied passage.
It looks like you were given passage to this location. However, I do not know the details of the contract. Did you read the fine print?
I'm sure we did.
Damon did read it, and it didn't say anything about granting passage.
Well, then I'm lying.
Supposing someone made a deal with you, would you allow us to close this portal?
I don't think that we should be, inserting other objectives into these dealings.
This is a curious ask. The portal is, important to my work. And yet, a number of souls perhaps could sway me?
Just trade them all, guys.
This guy's gonna die. Zolta's gonna look around and see how everyone seems to be feeling. Do they look healthy?
Missile is exhausted, leaning heavily on his firearm.
Yeah, I guess technically Terran doesn't have those 2 points of exhaustion. I don't know why they're still there.
Yeah. Bosnia.
Terran looks great, but he still has like very limited spell slots. So
Yeah.
Perhaps as a gesture of good faith, you could allow me to seal this portal. Surely it would still be worth having us here, and we would not be able to escape from you.
But if the portal's closed, how can I bring my friends to visit?
Certainly, it seems that, should it become necessary, you could reopen the portal, or they could reopen it from their side.
This is impossible.
You are not the one that opened the portal?
He gestures towards the portal and says,
A portal like this forms on its own.
That's strange.
Indeed. It has
You
been
have
here for 20
encountered
years.
20 years.
And you have never encountered magic that could open portals at will.
I have, but it is not mine.
Well, looking around the room, are there other exits? These little staircases off to the side?
they appear to lead into other rooms, but you don't really know much about them. And he looks at you and says,
It is a bit cold in here, isn't it?
and you notice for the first time that the cold air and snow that is blowing out of this portal, it has increased in its potency, and you guys all need to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw with advantage if you have first.
We all have DeMarcus's +3, right?
Yes.
I think I just discovered that if you click while holding shift, that's disadvantage.
Okay, so maybe it's either alt or control for advantage. Oh, DeMarcus has or no, he has regular. And Joe off has advantage, so it's fine. Damon, did you add the 3 from DeMarcus in that?
I did not.
Alright, yeah, because you have a Constitution saving throw as part of being a fighter. Got it. Okay. None of you suffer a point of exhaustion as far as I can tell, unless Missile did.
No, the second one was well over, and with
Oh,
DeMarcus's
got it.
+3, the first one made it too.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, you guys don't suffer a point of exhaustion, but you get the feeling that you're going to have to make them more rapidly if the longer you sit in this room. And he looks at you and says, "Tick-tock, tick-tock."
Suppose I was willing to surrender myself. Why should I not give it to Hadariel instead of yourself?
Oh, I don't mind. Hadariel is a dear friend. A colleague, if you will. A subordinate.
Joe is going to look at Izzle and go, well, I can do this.
DeMarcus puts up his hand and says, "If you let all of us leave, I will give up my soul."
See if you can guarantee cross the crossroads, too.
DeMarcus, please, wait one moment. Supposing I surrender you my soul, if you are Hadariel's commander, could you promise us directions and safe passage to the host tower?
There are many ways to the host tower. There is an entrance, and there is a back way.
Of course, but Hadariel, for all your claims of her truthfulness, was a bit obscure and unwilling to help us. Should I offer you my soul, could you guarantee us safe passage through her crossroads to the host tower?
Of course. What kind of superior would I be if I couldn't control my subordinates?
And supposing I surrendered my soul in exchange for this, could you grant further boons?
Perhaps.
But DeMarcus is going to interrupt you and say, "That's all fine, but it's got to be me. If anybody's going to spend eternity fighting demons, it should be me."
Damon is going to get a little bit overtly angry about this, and is going to turn to everyone and say, on a long enough timeline, all our souls will be forfeit anyways, but my timeline is less definite than yours. Taryn, you will die a natural death, even if nothing kills you. Your soul is already committed, however. DeMarcus, yours is not. Why would you surrender it when I could do this in your place?
He looks at you and says, "The likelihood of any of us dying of old age, given our profession, including you, is low. If not zero."
The likelihood of me dying of old age is 0, regardless of what I choose to do with my time.
So, I don't want to claim to be able to RP very well for DeMarcus, but I do know that Matt told me that if there were a deal that he wouldn't want DeMarcus to make, to offer, and be diligent about it. So I'm sorry to be too meta about this, but...
Yeah. No, that's cool. Ultimately, Damon would say, "Captain, I am yours to command."
Look, all of you guys here, you does amazing shit. You're all heroes that go on to change the world. I'm fucking nobody. Why shouldn't it be me?
DeMarcus looks at you and says, I just watched you punch through a stone wall. Give me the contract. And he steps up to the devil.
I will also step up and cast Inflict Wounds on the Ice Devil.
What?
Oh shit!
What?
Pause for combat. Okay, so
I feel like I got punched in the face all of a sudden.
This is how the PPK happens, guys.
Yep.
So proud of you guys.
I got 2 spell slots. I'm ready.
Oh my god. Alright.
The chair's gonna be worth it.
It is made of pure platinum, so I didn't even price
Also
that
too
out.
big to fit into the bag, so.
Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah.
3-star, good name.
I know, you never even asked him his name.
Yeah, we're pretty rude to devils.
You guys are so rude to my NPCs. You know, you're like, what do you do here? Like, what's your profession? It's just like,
How are the wife and kids?
here, tell me things I need to know. Stranger, I care not who you are.
It's probably why he's driving such a hard bargain.
I know. Could have buttered him up
Just
a
a
little bit.
little hurt.
I feel like I need something more epic than this. Maybe we'll go back to,
Oh man.
something.
Hey, do I get my attack since it was a surprise?
Yeah, you get a surprise round, but nobody else was, like, in on it. Is this the song? No. That's not it. What about this one?
Did
Is
the
this one
boon
good?
I get involve spell slots in any way?
You know what? We should probably work that out real quick. Because if she gave you a boon that would help you defeat your foes, which is what the contract said, and he's technically your foe, you should be getting a bonus from this. And while I'm doing this, let me look up a song. Well, whatever. We'll do Malicious. Okay. Well, not Bosner, let me see. Okay, so I Do you get anything special at level 10?
Let me check. I get another meta magic.
Yeah, okay. So if you can quickly do it, I will give you one of each level spell slot back. And you're now level 10.
Whoa!
Oh shit.
So, let me get these spell slots real quick.
Maybe we should just all sell our souls.
Hey, it's
Seems
profitable.
pretty beefy.
For the
So
record,
profitable.
meta-narrative stuff. Terran cannot be resurrected now.
Oh,
Cool.
Didn't think about that, did you?
no. What about Revivify?
Nope.
Pretty sweet.
It's the when
Not
you
at
die, your soul leaves your body, and if you pledge your soul after your death, this is.
That's CBI.
What if we
Yeah,
kill the
CBI
devil?
is stronger.
What if we kill the devil with a claim to his soul?
Yep, you can do that. But just so you know, in case you know anything about devil hierarchies, every contract signed by a lesser demon is basically certified by Asmodeus, the leader, the head devil of the Nine Hells. So, in order to nullify a contract, you would have to talk to him.
I don't think I'm going to be able to level myself up just right now in the time.
Okay.
But I'll just take the spell slots and...
Sure. Very well. Okay, so Isolde, cast your inflict wounds or whatever you were doing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So you reach out your hand and shoot him with necrotic energy. And he looks at you and says, "So very rude." And the combat begins. Taryn, you're up.
Taking the hint, did the necrotic energy look like it was super effective? Or pretty effective?
Actually, hold on. Oh, yeah. I mean, it looked normal effective.
Alright, then we'll just do that. Go with that thing. And blight this motherfucker. So, gotta target him.
And he saves.
That was... Alright.
Johoff.
Wait,
sorry,
before
sorry.
I'm done, I will kind of move away from the group.
Got it.
Then that's my turn.
Johoff, you're up.
Quick question. The doorway that he's standing in, does it basically open straight up to the ceiling, or does it like come down a little ways? Like, is there a lip between the ceiling of the cave and the top of the doorway? You know what I'm asking?
Yeah. There's a small lip where a door would normally fill, but
Okay.
the room. Let's say the room is 20 feet tall. The doorway goes to 15 feet.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Glad to help.
So I'm gonna move up, and pop, pop.
Where to? Got it.
And then use my disengage. Yeah, I used 5, so I should be about 20 feet left that I'll move back.
Give me 1 second.
Actually, we'll make it 15 feet back. So that's it. I'm done.
So I'm just realizing that there was one thing not correctly imported here, and let me fix it. So sorry, I had to program this shit in. I didn't realize it wasn't already built in. It's important for him to be able to attack things, I think. I don't know.
Is it though?
Good point. Good point. You know, I can do that on the in between turns. So he is going to, on his turn, cast wall of ice. And he's going to do it. Ah, fuck. What the shit? God
Oof.
damn it. Okay, so let me actually draw it out. Okay, so what happens is he drops this wall of ice, and it is not an attack. I don't know why it did that. It's basically a dex saving throw. So, God damn it. Yeah, so my D&D Beyond importer is not working very well for me right now because none of these things are working right. It's a DC 17 dexterity saving throw. Anybody on either side of the line, it's supposed to be hitting basically... It's supposed to be hitting everybody here. With the exception of Damon. It's not everybody, sorry. Fucking Christ.
Wait, oh, it's gone.
Yeah, it's supposed to hit Missile, DeMarcus, Isolde, and Johoff. That's the people I'm trying to hit with it. And it is a DC 17 dexterity saving throw.
Woo!
Wow, with a crit, you almost failed. Johoff succeeds, Isolde, and then DeMarcus. DeMarcus fails. Isolde... she fails.
Does it get his bonus for... Oh, that's already there. Never mind.
Yeah. So, Isolde, you take... let's see, 10d6. You take 36 cold damage.
Got it.
Johoff takes half, but then it's fine. DeMarcus takes half. Missile takes 18 damage.
Sad.
Okay, so what happens is a giant opaque wall erupts out of the floor made of ice, blocking all vision and visibility. When it pulls out of the floor, Johoff, DeMarcus, and Isolde, you all have to decide which side of the wall you're going to jump towards. Johoff jumps towards the guy.
Would it interfere with spellcasting that's based on sight?
Yeah, you can't see through it. But that's a very meta question to ask about a giant wall coming out of the floor. Which side would you jump on?
The side closer to him. I'm pissed.
Okay. And I'd say DeMarcus would also commit, so he jumps in. Missile, which side are you jumping on?
I'm already on the opposite side, so I'll stay on the opposite side.
Yeah, okay. So, this wall forms up, and fucking Christ, I gotta like save this. It does have you can break through it, but you have to hack through it. And we'll have to figure out. I'll have to throw a skeleton on the screen for you to attack. Very well. What else? Okay, I think that's it. And it is going to stay there. And Damon, it is your turn.
Damon is going to cast haste on himself.
Okay.
And then he'll step to this section of the wall and activate his sword and attack it.
Okay, yeah. So, let me give you a thing to attack. The AC is very low, so...
I'm just hoping fire will help carve through it.
And it's going all the way up to the roof of or to the ceiling?
Yeah. I'll give you something cold. Kind of makes sense. No, I'll just give you a... I'll give you a knoll. They have low AC. So here's a knoll in the back corner for you to swing at. I'll just throw it back here so it's not on the screen. Yeah, so you hit it. Oh, fuck. Just roll the attack again. I just want to see how much damage you do. Roll until you hit it. Thank you. Yeah, 23. Yeah, you take a giant chunk out of the wall right in this location. It's like a 5-foot segment, and the fire kind of like melts some of it, but you still aren't through it. For the record, it's 30 HP per section of wall. So, oh, it has vulnerability to fire. Never mind. You would break through it. Sorry.
So, then I will step forward and use my action surge to swing at this guy.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think he might have oversold himself a little bit.
Or you guys are like...
Wow, these rolls though.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Still proud.
Missile, you're up.
Yep. I'm gonna go behind Damon so that I can see through the hole that he's created. I'm gonna target our little ice devil there, who's vulnerable to fire, which I now know, and I will use my last Scorching Ray spell slot.
It was the wall that was vulnerable to fire. I didn't hit this, so I don't know if he is.
Regardless, if he has resistance to fire, I think that should be ignored, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but we'll see what happens. So, Scorching Ray incoming. Ba-bam. Booyah.
You see it reflect off his armor entirely.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
In that case, after firing the first shot and seeing that, I'll send the remaining 2 shots. Yeah, right, Johov. With my little fists. I'm going to send the remaining 2 shots at the knoll so that I can broaden the hole in the...
Yeah,
the ice
I think
wall
it's a
just so
little
I can
meta,
always
because I feel like you gotta aim your shots at the start normally, but
Fair enough.
It's...
No, you're right. We'll just say that all 3 just boo, 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 bounce
Yeah,
right
and I'll
off.
say that, like, some of them deflect off and actually widen the hole a little bit, so it's the same thing.
Sure.
But
Mr.
narratively,
looks
it makes more
dejected
sense.
and disappointed.
Isolde.
Oh shit. Yeah. I am going to cast Bless on Johov, Damon, and DeMarcus. Let's see if I can do it. Add 1d4 to your attacks and saving throws.
I have a thing in my inventory for that. Is that? Do you know if that buff actually is set up correctly? That works.
I think it should, though. Make sure it's under the features section. Just enable it, or like under the effects section. Yeah, it looks like it worked.
Cool. Thanks.
Actually, no. The game already worked it. It says Bless is in effect.
Nope.
Nice.
Yeah, so you don't even need. You can unequip that buff.
That's all I've got.
Shit, yeah. Automation on the way. Okay, and then okay. So I think I've got this worked out. Anyways, it is Bosner's turn. Gert.
Bosner?
Sorry, my thing was on mute. No. It's super loud. Anyway. Yeah, so Vosner
You
would...
can turn down the volume if you want in the playlist section.
Yeah. I moved and turned up my volume super high. So Vosner will... So would he have seen the magic kind of bounce off everywhere, or I guess he was standing right next to Mitzel, so yeah. So Vosner would out of my very limited spells. I guess he'll. Two of those left. Alright. He is going to cast Flame Sphere at second level. Well, he'll cast it at third level instead.
Okay.
Placing it behind the devil.
Got it.
Let me cast that first. Target the guy. Target. Spells. Flame Sphere.
You guys see the little bless icons in the table, like the turn order thing?
Immediately.
Fucking
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. So you drop a giant flaming sphere down, and he just sort of like sits in it almost. And it does not seem to do anything to him.
Nice. And then he will wild shape into a wolf.
Got it.
Because of cold stuff. Okay. I'll just put that character over there for a half second. Nope.
Oh no.
I need sight on my wolf. And Vosner's disappeared.
I gave you sight, and then for some reason the wolf disappeared too. Sorry, when I deleted Vosner. Ah, for fuck's sake. When you have 17,000 tokens. Alright, put Vosner back in the corner of the room. The only weird thing is that in the video, Vosner is always like, sitting randomly in the corner of a room. That's fine. Wild Shades.
Vosner needs back in on the initiative table.
I know.
I was at 8. So he'll stand right behind this one.
Perfect.
Okay. Back to the shit. And at the end of Vosner, or at the start of DeMarcus's turn, DeMarcus is going to try to hit this guy with a... I'll say he's going to use a Vow of Enmity. And then he is going to use his big swing with advantage. Did we determine if it's control or alt? Try and control.
Not.
Oh, that was disadvantage. Try and alt. There we go, advantage. Still misses. Wonderful. Okay, so that's his first swing, and then we're going to do it again. Yeah, so he hits him with a big swing, and then he is going to use a smite at 3rd level.
Beefy.
And bring down the holy righteousness of his paladin ways.
Sounds so official.
Yeah. Taryn, it is your turn. Oh, did you want to bring Mortimer with you? Did you just forget about that?
Can he blow
Oh,
up?
he
He's been
died.
detonated.
Yeah, good point.
Alright, so Taryn's gonna move up, burn 4 sorcery points to impose disadvantage on this guy, and cast Blight at 5th level.
Dope.
He saves.
Was that with disadvantage?
Well, he has
No, it
advantage
says advantage.
because he has magic resistance. So
Okay.
I'm still going to take the first roll, but the first roll was a 13, so plus 9.
Yeah,
So
that'll do
he
it.
still saves. Jesus.
Ooh, good roll. And then step out of the way so I'm hidden behind the ice.
Yeah, okay. Very well. Johoff, you're up.
I think we all know what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to
Throw
step up.
some darts.
Shocked.
Is this... Oh, never mind. Yeah. Got it.
Done.
Okay. Okay, wall can be damaged. Oh shit. If the section is destroyed, it leaves behind a sheet of frigid air in the space the wall occupied. Whenever a creature finishes moving through the frigid air on a turn, willingly or otherwise, the creature must make a Constitution saving throw. The question is, what the fuck happens if it fails? I don't know. I guess it's the... Oh, it's the 5d6 cold damage. If you fail. Did you fail?
I rolled a 20.
Oh, nice. So you take half that. So take 9 damage. And I guess roll a concentration check to see if that disrupts your haste. It does not. Okay. Yeah, so kind of backed up here against a ball of fire. He is going to turn towards Isolde, and let's see if this thing I just made works. Looks right. Failed the Constitution saving throw. Takes additional cold damage.
I wouldn't though, because of DeMarcus, right?
He's not close enough to.
Damn it.
And then he's going to... So the debuff effect from that is that on your turn you can either take an action or a bonus action, but not both. And he is going to turn towards Damon and swing his Ice Spear at him. Miss. He's going to swing it a 3rd time. Critically hitting and bringing Damon to 0. Or beyond 0, really. And That is his turn. Damon, roll a death saving throw. You succeed. And at the end of your turn, the frigid air of the area makes one death, or one, inflicts one death save on you, or one death negative. You know what I mean. Missile, it is your turn.
Yeah, this isn't good. I don't think I can help Damon with anything.
You don't have a healing potion?
I do not.
I swear I gave everyone one, and no one fucking uses them.
I think I've used it already, and that's why I don't have it.
Okay.
I sure hope that's why. So, Missile's gonna reach down around him and see if he can find a rock weighing between 1 and 5 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that there's piles of rubble nearby, and you can go and grab one and come back in time.
Or you know, could there just be junk in my bag of holding that I just take out?
Yeah, you could just take
like a cheap shotgun, cram it.
A piece of like Morty's, like a gear from Morty or something.
Yeah, you know what? That's not a bad idea. I could use some of my spare parts. So, anyways, I cram just shit into the arcane firearm, and I cast catapults.
There you go.
Whoops, not at DeMarcus, at our friend there.
It does hit everybody in a straight line, doesn't it?
Well, Damon's been collapsed to the ground. Right?
Yeah. The question is, does the spell really specify any verticality? You know? Because normally things fire in a straight line and it's everything in the way.
It's the object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in a direction you choose before falling to the ground. So it's...
Okay.
It's airborne.
Yeah, I'll say you can arc it. I just wanted to be true to the kind of nature of the spell. I get physically that it makes sense. But yeah, if you want to shoot it, if it says it can strike the ground where you want it to.
Well then, let's send it at our buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You catapult, and he saves. Oh, what the?
Wait.
Oh, he fails. He fails the save.
So he takes damage?
Yep, he took the damage.
Would that apply arcane firearm damage as well? Or like, is that relevant?
I can't remember. Does arcane fire damage do fire damage?
I think it's just any spell that I shoot out of my thing. Let me confirm.
Okay.
It'll take.
But if the damage is fire,
if the type that it does is fire, then it doesn't matter because he's immune to fire.
Come on. Sorry, I should know this. I'm fairly certain. Here we go. When you cast an artificer spell, roll a d8. So no matter the spell.
Yeah, I can see it here. Yep, you're right. Roll a d8.
Bada bing. Yeah.
Yeah, I have it hard coded as fire, but it's not. So let me reduce it.
Cool.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna move 15 feet back.
You don't have that much
I can
movement.
Start disassembling this chair.
You don't have the movement
at all.
No, because you're half movement speed, and you ran to this thing of rocks over to the left to get a rock.
Got it.
No, he grabbed a gear.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah, no, you do have 15 movement. Sorry.
All right. Then bam, and then I'm gonna start looking at the chair and wondering how I'm gonna disassemble it.
Yeah, Damon's unconscious, and you're trying to loot a chair.
We got the chair switch.
I can't help the guy.
Fucking. All right. Isolde.
I assume there's no way for me to get to Damon because of the wall.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Alright. Then I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. And I'm gonna swing at this fucker with my axe.
Yep. Yeah, you missed.
And it went poorly.
Fair enough.
There's a reason to never do
and
it.
I can't take a bonus action, right?
Correct. Yeah, the
And that is the end of my
when
turn.
the spear struck you, it like froze you to your core, and it slowed you down. Bosner, you are up.
Sweet. I guess I'll keep the. Oh, come on, move. Okay. Would I be able to fit through that hole?
It is pretty tight. I would say
Or
no.
could I? Does the wall go all the way up to the ceiling?
Yes.
Alright, so I can't climb over it either.
You could heal Damon.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Bark at it.
What? Yeah, I could howl at him. Yeah, I can't do much as a wolf yet. Crap. And I don't have reach. Well, yeah, I guess I have to... Could I bite Damon and drag him out of there? Or would that...
Yeah,
affect
so
him?
that's a tricky thing. Technically, forced movement does not incur opportunity attacks, but this feels like one of those moments where it should. But yeah, I guess I'll just allow you. If you want to spend your turn grappling and pulling Damon out of the hole, you can.
Yeah, that would be what I would do.
Okay, and I'll
sure.
say you do it in a gentle enough way that you don't hurt him, much like how you
Yeah,
saved
I just-
Johawk before.
Yeah, grab
Okay.
him by his hood and I drag him, I guess, over to here.
Yeah.
So, I'll move myself over there. With Damon.
Yeah.
So, I guess you have to move him. I can't move his
Oh,
token.
yeah, sorry. Okay.
And that's it. I'm just gonna guard him.
Alright, DeMarcus is going to swing at this guy. And he holds up his maul and he brings it down on this ice devil here and kills him. Strikes him dead, and the wall still sort of hangs in the air. It's not melting at all, and you notice the wind still blowing through that tunnel and the combat. Alright, hold on before I do this, because I keep fucking doing this. We're going to go to Terran's turn.
I do not have a healing potion either.
Oh my god.
You suck. Joe
I
Hoff.
used my last one, so...
They
Not that
definitely
we
should
don't
have restocked.
these. Just reuse them all.
Does Joe Hoff have one to give to Damon?
Nope.
Okay. Then it is Damon's turn. Roll a death saving throw.
Holy shit.
Success. And 1 second. Give me 1 second. Damon, as you're lying on the ground, you are in this weird sort of mental state where your mind is sort of like drifting in and out of a very fragmented consciousness. And in the process of drifting in and out, you have these very vivid memories that sort of start like fluttering back into your computer consciousness of a large city made of gears that is like eternally brilliant and bright, a paradise unlike no other, with moving mechanisms for cities, towers that are like constantly in motion, all made out of mechanical pieces. And you remember and see the face of a young Multanus next to a woman with dark hair who is laughing, and in the background is this sort of giant mechanical city. And then it all fades, and you return back to this kind of fleeting in and out consciousness. And it is Mistle's turn.
Damn. I get to work on that chair.
Yeah! Alright. Isolde, it is your turn. You are kind of not really within vision line of Damon, but you are not...
Is this wall gone yet, or no?
Nope.
Cool. I guess I will step around this thing to get to him.
Yeah, so I think passing
You have to
through there,
step to the corner.
yeah, is going to be a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, well, I wouldn't have known that, so...
Make a Constitution saving throw.
You are close to Demarcus this time, though.
I'm just really concerned that none of you have healing potions, so if I go down, we're pretty fucked.
That's a good point.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. You are going to take... Let's see. $17... Or it's 5d6.
Oh no.
You take 20 cold damage.
That is exactly how much HP I had.
Oh no.
Okay, so you
I'm
walk
unconscious.
through the wall, but the cold air stings you, and you pass out from the pain. And it is Vosner's turn.
I mean, Vasner should have healing spells, right?
Yep, I'm gonna drop my form
Oh, thank God.
and then use whatever it is. Healing word. Come on, open. There we go. Okay.
And Damon. Just keep switching the soundtrack. As he, as you sort of switch in and out of consciousness, you catch one last glimpse of a smiling woman looking down at you, and behind her a city of light and gears and mechanical things. And then you wake on the floor of a very cold room with snow bustling, like blowing in at an extreme rate, and you see all your friends around you in various states of exhaustion and disrepair.
And Missile just getting...
And Missile getting frostbitten while just like trying to look at a chair.
No. The mage hand is doing the work for me, you see.
Yeah, but you're also standing in front of a portal that is erupting in cold air. Yeah, okay. Demarcus is going to come forward, and he's going to utilize his Lay on Hands pool to heal you for 5.
Exciting.
And he is going to make a Constitution saving throw and fail it and take 17 or 20 damage. And he is going to be frowning as the whole group, now standing in front of this portal, must make another Constitution saving throw, DC 15, to see if they take a point of exhaustion.
Oh, do we have advantage though if we're?
No advantage because you are standing
Cool.
next to it.
Any chance that for Johoff the wall is blocking it?
You know what? I'll give it to you.
Do I get advantage because of cold resistance?
You do.
Any chance you could put the shelter up, Damon?
Or close the portal? Like, we've got 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know if we do.
Vosner, you are now at exhaustion 2.
Great.
Terran is now. Or wait, did you roll a second? Oh, you're fine.
The second one was a 17.
Yeah. How'd Missile do?
17.
Damn, dude, not bad.
He's working furiously.
It will take more or less the same amount of time to construct the shelter or to seal this portal.
I vote seal the portal so we don't have to fight anything else.
Certainly longer-lasting implications by sealing the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can we all go stand over by the fire sphere and get warm once it melts the wall?
I would say that the fire spear's probably gone, unless you're keeping that up for some reason.
I mean, I would have no reason to take it down? I don't know.
I mean, narratively, you're concentrating your effort on that ability. It
Yeah.
seems a little bit weird to just like keep it going all the time because it requires your thought.
Yeah. Alright, well, yeah, then it's gone. That would make the most sense.
And slowly the ice wall starts to kind of fall apart and its magic fades. And Damon, as you get close to this portal, you notice for the first time that like you can kind of look into it and see to the other side. And on the other side, you see just like an endless blizzard, kind of a tower in the distance with, like just very faintly with just snow constantly pouring down. It looks like the most intense blizzard you've ever seen.
I will make note of that and continue working to seal it.
Yeah.
I will stand kind of like on the other side, just with my wand out, like ready to gun anything that comes through down.
Taryn, from behind you, you hear the rapid shattering of very small teeth.
I'll save it. No, actually, I'm going to use one of the spell scrolls that I have. It's just like a second level healing word.
Okay. Huh. That's really interesting. Okay. Yep. What are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm using one of those old spell scrolls that had healing words on them from when we went into the abyss.
Got it.
I've never been so out of spell slots. I have, I think, just my 5th level spell slot left.
Good.
Oh, I also have a 3rd level spell slot. Oh, and a 4th level spell slot.
Yeah, DeMarcus, he's kind of low. He's going to, I guess, go around healing people. Oh no, he doesn't even have...
He doesn't have any. He used 35 on himself in the crypt.
No, I mean, he has spell slots, he just doesn't have Cure Wounds prepared.
Classic.
And so, you're not in combat order anymore, but Damon spends 10 minutes closing the portal, and at the end of that 10 minutes, a last, like, kind of gasp of cold hits the group, and I'm gonna have you roll one last time. DC 15 Constitution saving throw with whatever you had from last time.
John, you said the wall was coming down. Is Joe still protected at all, or is
No, now he's not. But if you wanted to like hide behind a wall, I guess that kind of makes sense. Like go out in the room or something.
Aaron's killing it.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think I'll do that.
DeMarcus takes a point, and who else? Everybody else is pretty good.
So does the room stop being so freezing after it
Yes.
vanishes?
So
Okay, good. Finally.
the snow stops, and the portal closes. And the room is just filled with kind of, I guess this light's not there anymore either. And
Whoa.
the room goes dark.
Terran cast light.
I will keep my sword lit.
If we have time, we should put up the shelter and try to short rest. We still have to figure out how we're going to get back through the room with the other devil.
We could explore here a little bit more and see if there's
Yes,
an alternative route.
I just think it would be best if we
Best to
rested.
rest.
Yeah.
Is this a situation where we could?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa!
It's the boon
Angelic.
is just overpowering my light spell.
Yeah,
There
God
you go.
has arrived.
It's too soon for me to die.
Sees
There
the
we go.
light.
So
That's
I've been
Damon's sword.
researching
lying there.
platinum for the past 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's
Of
very
course.
ductile and malleable. So can I like bend this chair and stick it in my bag of holding?
Sure. I'd just say you can get it in there using your engineering abilities and like cutting off certain hunks of it. I'm
Badass.
gonna say you have to
Reduce spell
disassemble.
and then shove it in there.
Yeah. So it is. God, I don't know. I'll let you do the math on what a platinum chair that's a large size, kind of throne, would weigh. Be somewhat reasonable. I guess here's what I'll say. It's
Definitely
worth.
platinum.
It's 10,000 gold worth of platinum. I'll just say that now before I get into any sort of like argument about how much it's actually worth, and so maybe it's got like
I'll make a note.
maybe it's like hollow in certain spots, so it's not like. Anyways, 10k gold worth of platinum, but you're gonna have to sell raw platinum to somebody.
Yeah, that should be simple.
Nice.
Okay, I do not tell the group what my estimate of its worth is just yet.
Okay. And
Damon will spend 10 minutes preparing the hut.
okay. Oh, not that one.
Pretty awesome.
So we're
And-
taking a short rest.
I would probably say we should take a long rest. I mean, it doesn't
I don't
seem
think
like
it's late enough in the day for that. I don't think you
Correct.
can.
Yeah, you can take one more short rest for the day. I believe you've taken one so far.
one.
So, yeah, you can take another short rest, but you do not have. And
Is it
DeMarcus.
that we only have one more for the day?
Yeah, you can only
Short
take
rest?
2 short rests a day. I'm pretty sure on that.
Yeah, we might want to save it then.
I mean, DeMarcus doesn't have any hit die anyways.
Same with Joe Huff. Also, the quarantine Timothy would like to dispute that you can only take 2 short rests per day.
Yeah.
Anyone after that is just not. You can just sleep all day. It just doesn't have any positive effect on your health.
Quarantine Stan
It's
will
true.
second that.
Can I do like an Arcana check to see if another portal could be opened in this location? Like if it's
Yeah,
fit for that
so
use?
make an Arcana check, but I'll just, you know what, I'll just give it to you guys. Just because of how much time you've spent researching this stuff and looking into it, you get the feeling that this is just like the portal hub or the portal location that you experienced on Gunderland back in the day when you closed that portal with the help of Katari, and you think that this could be keyed into using the staff that we talked about before, as the one in Old Gunderland was as well, or New Gunderland, I guess is that one was called, and yeah. Does that make sense?
It does. And
Okay.
assuming Norman is the one that knows that, he would relay that to Isola.
But the staff that we need to do that is the staff we don't have yet.
Correct.
That is
We did
correct.
this. Got it.
Can we loot the corpse of this ice devil here?
Yeah. You find nothing.
Sad.
I mean,
Are there any body parts Missile could turn into cool magic items?
yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, just looking at him, he's got carapace that's immune to fire and cold. So maybe you could save parts of those and use them as reagents for your crafting stuff. And Missile can start crafting common and uncommon magic items on the side once he hits level 10. So you could just count that towards that if you'd like.
Alright, let me
So
add
just say
to the
like
loot.
2 Ice Devil thorax pieces or something.
Oh.
Big old bug. Gross.
Yeah, he was a giant bug.
Nice.
Ice bug.
Oh, everyone lost bless when I went unconscious, so I can take that off.
Hashtag unblessed.
Hashtag unblessed, is that what you said?
Yeah. Hashtag
Love it.
cursed.
Well, that's a different thing I can do.
Yeah, that's true. Baned.
Just don't do it in front of the mark.
Okay, so you guys create a bubble, I guess, and short rest.
I think we decided not to, since pretty much everyone was as rested as they can get.
I mean, I don't know about that.
I don't. I have hit die left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let's
like
do it then.
that would be helpful, and I get one of my. I get that wild shape back.
And we get that much closer to it being time for a long rest.
Yeah.
Still in time in the
Speaking
day,
of
taking
quarantine
naps.
experience,
Yeah, the
I
temperature
don't
in
think
here,
so.
by the way, is increasing. I mean, it's not like increasing, it's not getting hot, but like the presence of the air conditioner is no longer there.
It's a Canadian basement.
So while we're all resting, Isolde's going to say, so we have the problem of the other devil in the other room, and whatever we might run into back here. I know that we're all kind of at the end of our energy for the day. But can I just, for a second, say that you are all so eager to throw away something that you don't understand? And the fact that the first time it happened, Terran, I can see that it gave you a great boon, and I understand your issue with the Demogorgon. But then we were tricked. We were still left there in a room where the thing wanted us dead. And to do it again and again, we would all end up with our souls sold and dead. It is not a thing to negotiate with these creatures. I know we are very clever, but they seem to be... that this is what they do. So don't rush into anything, alright?
It's understandable.
I don't know what it means to have your soul sold. But I would prefer it if as few of us as possible had to do that. Do you feel any different, Taryn?
I don't really know. I felt an infusion of power, and I felt the exhaustion lift. But what it means or how it affected me, I don't know. He has a little bit of like a distant look.
But it is
Like-
wise not to give up something so meaningful and powerful, I suppose. There's probably a reason why devils covet them so. So we really need to listen to our captain. We need to survive until the end. And we can't just wantonly throw away something so important.
You are all very selfless, though. Just be a little bit less so, maybe. Anyway, as regards to next steps, I suppose we explore around here. And if we have to go back through the other room, we should try to get the element of surprise with what powers we have left to take down the other one.
I wonder, however, if we've removed her superior, that should mean she's promoted. And so in a way we've done Hadariel a favor.
DeMarcus shakes his head and he says, "You guys don't get it. A devil cannot be killed on the material plane. He's just been sent back."
Then it is a good thing that the portal is closed.
Indeed.
This portal.
Have we no leverage over the other devil?
We have souls.
No, I'm afraid that's taken.
Is it possible that we, in the confusion and exhaustion from the battle with the Lich, that we overestimated Hadario's power? Because if this one claimed to be her superior, and he went down easy, or relatively easily, then Taryn kind of ends that with a shrug.
DeMarcus, do you know, does the Devil's hierarchy consist solely in their ability to fight one another and defeat one another in combat?
It does.
Well, hell! Let's go!
Then, Taryn, it seems your logic is correct.
Yes, let us go make mincemeat of that other devil.
Not just yet. We are also at a disadvantage. At least I am very close to being out of magic.
Yeah, I think we all are.
She might be weaker than her counterpart, but we are weaker ever having faced him.
True, true. Would this be an unsafe place to rest for a long period of time?
I'm not sure. We don't know what is around us.
Missile will kind of, at that, just step out of the tiny hut and look around.
Yeah. As you walk around, you see remnants of ancient Netherese ruins, very much like things that you've encountered on multiple scavenger moments before. And, yeah, make a investigation check, see if you find anything.
Gladly.
Yeah, so with 26, you find, various writings that say, that basically explain, the purpose of this place, that it connects up with the Osidon portal hub. And that, it is a sort of place for transportation, and it is controlled by the ancient Netherese wizards.
Got it. It would appear that the purpose of this location is only to permit transit to and from that portal, which we've now closed, so presumably we should be relatively unbothered here.
That's good to know. Do we know, like, what time it is? Like, is it, like, fucking
4
middle of the
p.m.
afternoon right now? Okay.
Missile knows that it is 4:32 p.m.
Beautiful bastard.
Whoa. Of all the things to know.
He's a keen mind.
He's good with time, nothing else.
And directions.
I'm blowing up little robots.
Well, when it's your job, you know? Oh, Damon's right there.
He's not a robot, he's an ensouled automaton. That should be categorically different.
It's the most robotic
That's an
emoji
adorable
possible.
angry face. So cute. Alright, well, I suppose we should look around and see if we can gather any information.
So,
Together.
one thing that Missile finds on the wall is that this location seems to be here because of its proximity to basically what Ilusk was about. So the reason why there was a portal here was to connect up with Ilusk, which was an important city for being a trading hub. So that's what you can determine historically, and how you would know that from before anyways.
Right.
But you also know that it is within a reasonable distance to one of the Netherese flying cities, and let me look up the name of it. I can give you the name of it later. But you, just with reading some ripped apart old books, just smattering of things, note that this flying city, which was nearby Luskin, or Ilusk at the time, was known for producing automatons.
Ooh. I'm writing that down. So it's at once connected to Ilusk/Luskin and this unknown flying city?
Yeah, it's partially because of its proximity to that flying city.
Got it.
And I will get you the name of the city.
No rush.
That's the name of the city.
Ether. Yeah, I would mention that, but I wouldn't mention how excited I am at that knowledge.
if you mention the city of Ythrin, Damon would recognize it as one of the Netherese cities.
Is Missile a type of person who could conceal how excited he is about knowledge?
Oh, let me try. Nope. So it doesn't really matter that I'm excited about it. We all know I love automatons.
In your head, Missile, you hear the voice say, with the worth of that chair, if you could get to that city, we could probably carry out our project.
Well, should we be able to carry on further, it would be beneficial to my purposes, at least, for us to find this city of Ythrin. But I understand we have other obligations to meet beforehand.
Damon would know roughly that it fell from the sky.
That's what I was going to say. I would know that Ythrin is destroyed, right?
You would know that it fell from the sky, but that is all you know.
Okay. Master Missile, I appreciate your enthusiasm and would love to see it myself, but I do not think you should anticipate a visit anytime soon. That was one of the magnificent flying enclaves that fell.
Well, should it have fallen from the sky and landed on the ground, perhaps it should be more accessible now.
But less the city you imagine it to be.
I imagine a pile of rubble, quite honestly, but there be treasures in rubble, as you well know. But this is all tangential and not necessary at the moment, of course. But while we're here, it would be nice to seize the opportunity to go on an expedition.
Certainly, I second that feeling, Missile. But we have more pressing business.
Indeed, indeed. The first of which, I'm sure, is our present state of exhaustion and the need to rest.
Oh, aid would have worn off by now, right? Because it's 8 hours?
Probably.
Aid?
Yeah, aid is 8 hours.
Yeah, but I cast it this morning before we went in the crypt.
Well, it's 5 p.m., so...
Oh, then yeah, maybe.
I guess... Yeah, nice. Yeah, so I'd say it's going to wear off in the... Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'll say it's going to wear off in the next 30 minutes.
Okay.
So, like, we should just get that fight out of the way now. Is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Well,
Well, we've all got aid.
anyway. Is everyone ready for that?
I think we might want to put a pin in that decision until we're rested and we've all the way investigated.
Yeah, so I'll just spare you the time. This whole place has been thoroughly searched over. You do not find any, like, treasure or anything like that.
Okay, even like the tunnels off to each side?
Yep.
Okay.
Unless we plan to rest for the night in here, it seems that now would be the best time to approach Adario.
Agreed.
I think we should rest.
I would be next to useless in another fight. Well, more useless than usual, I suppose.
Alright, so we remain here until nightfall and then sleep here?
I think if it's between that and somebody else selling their soul, It seems like a solid decision to just leave here.
Alright. She agrees with that.
Yup.
Okay.
Better to have spell slots and souls than neither.
Okay, so, yeah, there's like a slight hiccup in D&D with how you do, like, alright, well, you could just have your group just casually sit, just do a long rest every, like, I don't know, you're like, alright, we just stand around. I guess maybe I could have you describe what you do during that downtime. But I'll just give it to you. Nobody comes in to disturb you, and you guys can get in a long rest and start, like, basically you could go to bed early, so like 8 p.m. if you want.
And I'll get to work on creating Morty model 7845.
There you go. So if you guys want
And
to
it's gonna feel good to long rest.
long rest, you can.
Are we taking shifts?
You can take
Master
chips if
Missile.
it makes narrative sense, but I'll just tell you right now, I'm not going to have anything attack you in the night.
Master Missile, how do you determine the model number for your Mortys?
The what level?
The model number, how is it determined?
Oh, sequential. I've gone through many models of Morty.
That is what I thought.
Damon, you must understand something. You are unlike Mortimer. For instance, you died in the previous round of combat. Well, not died. You were rendered unconscious in the previous round of combat. When Morty runs out of his health, well, that's simply it. There's something unique about you. You should resist the temptation to compare yourself to my constructions. While I'm not sure what it is that makes you unique, I'm quite sure that there is something. Forgive me if that was presumptuous. I'm a presumptuous gnome, we Ludovics.
I'm aware there is a differentiation to be made, Master Missile.
We'll take it to heart. And I would spend some of the night asking Damon about what we were like received meta-wise with his visions and whatnot, just to kind of gain insight into the nature of his unconsciousness. But it's up to him how much of that he wants to share.
Well, you wouldn't know any of that.
Well, so I'd like talk to him about it overnight. Like, what happened when you were unconscious and so forth?
He's been unconscious before, so it's not... The only thing is that this was a different experience for him, so it was very... I think this was very particular, so I don't think Missile would know that anything weird happened. But that's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, never mind. Is it...
I can...
Sorry.
I can simplify that and say that I would, as politely but forcefully as possible, just insist, Master Missile, it is important that we both rest, especially me.
Fair enough, fair enough. No arguments from me. Did we say 10 spare parts for a new Morty there, John?
I can't remember. If you can look it up.
Yeah, let me find it. Was it in... What?
Okay. So has everybody done a long rest? Doesn't look like Boston is.
He was taking the dogs out.
Got it.
Yeah, you gotta give me a second.
I long rested Vosner for you. Okay, so I don't know what your guys' time situation is looking like. Obviously, we're near when we normally cut off. That said, this is sort of the end of the semester, so if you guys want to keep going, don't have shit to do, then I'm down, but I understand you guys might have obligations.
Yeah, I've got some stuff I should probably be working on.
Okay.
Well, we can't go on without Johoff, so...
Yeah, this is probably a good time to call it.
All
Do
right.
we recover, or do we lose any exhaustion having long rested
Nope.
for next time?
Exhaustion
Nope.
does not go away. Okay. So, did we do that all right? Is everybody at normal? Is the right amount of exhaustion? I think so. I wasn't keeping track of it 100%.
I think so.
Okay, very cool. So you guys will leave off here in the ancient portal to Osatan that is unopened, and without, you guys don't have the key, so you can't open it. And you are one room away from a very powerful demon that you may, or devil that you may or may not have upset.
Nice.
Tune in next week.
Yeah,
for
can
Classic.
I get a recap on that portal stuff? We closed the one to the Nine Hells, but this is
Yeah.
also where we'll unlock the one that we need.
Yeah, so just to give you guys a little bit of background, the basic story... Oh, somebody's echoing. Oh, it's Zolda.
It's Garrett.
No, it's you. You had your mic open still. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, the basic background is that these portals are set to... These places are set and keyed into specific locations, but they were closed and they opened sort of erratically during the spell plague, and have been open for a number of years, and things have been pouring out of them onto the other side, and you guys are, as members of the guild, going around closing them so that you can reopen them, and when you reopen them they will be keyed into the guild, assuming you do it with the correct staff.
Makes sense.
Yep. So the only one, as far as you know, is open now, and it's the one to New Gunderlin, which is that Katari helped open.
So as far as things go in Izzy's mind, that is one task taken care of, and we kind of need to
Yes.
focus on the staff part now.
Yeah, now you would need the staff to carry out the second part.
And were
Though
we
you
explicitly
technically
told that
don't own the
was taken
island.
by the dragon?
You know that it was
True.
last seen being taken by a white dragon,
Right. Okay.
and I think
Okie dokie.
Missile might even know the name.
A
Yeah.
Rothador.
There you go. Yep. Oh yeah, Izzy knows it.
Old White Death.
There you go.
Yeah, buddy. Should be easy, right?
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the current
Once
president.
Yowza.
once everyone is like done with grading and stuff, are we cool to do like sessions that are a little bit longer once we get into like some dicey dragon fighting shit?
It'll kind of depend on going to pick Sam up from work and stuff for me.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Just curious.